Hey, Shalom, man. It's the Great Mess on Atlanta branch. Coming back at you again with another count. We want to begin by giving all praise, all glory, all worship to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chakwadash.
That's right, man. The Heavenly Father, whose true name is Yahweh, which means He exists. His Son's true name is Yahweh Shai, which means He is salvation. He is the deliverer. Bahashem, Chakwadash, the Holy Spirit, which is the spirit of inspiration, the spirit of truth that inspires us to come out here and do this work consistently and diligently. The spirit of power, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai. The belongs to our teachers, leaders, the apostles, the great millstone, GMS. Peace, mercy, and grace, and household safety to the elect. The elect represent the men, women, and children that have been predestined before the foundation of the earth to receive salvation, and who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, who's coming back real soon to deliver His chosen people. All right, His chosen people being the nation of Israel, but within that chosen nation, you have a chosen seed of remnant, men, women, and children that have been predestined to receive that salvation and inherit, be the first fruits of the kingdom of heaven. Okay, and in the times that we're in right now, you can see why we're going to need that salvation, okay? Because now we have the red horse going crazy, all right? Esau Edom with his sword, his blessing, okay? His draconian legislation, his draconian, you can feel that spirit of Draco coming in, all right? And one thing about when you go into, even going back into the origin of draconianism, it was under the democratic rule. And when you look at right now, these cities, these states that have these democratic rules and policies, these cities are going to shit. All right, these cities are collapsing. They're dirty. They're nasty. They're filthy. All right, they're full of abomination, and that's becoming the standard in this earth. All right, anybody hold anything?
Yeah, I had This is Psalms chapter 17, verse 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
Right, because what the Most High does is He acts as a puppet master, okay? And we have different vessels on the earth that the Most High uses for different reasons. On His left hand, He has the sword. He has Satan, and through Satan on the earth, He has the children of Satan, which are the Edomites. And they act as the sword of the Most High. He actually punished us. He actually chastised us. He actually brought judgment upon us via the sword. And so King David right there in that prayer, he's praying, he said, Lord, deliver me. Okay, disappoint them, because the wicked, they come together in these councils and they come with these very wicked and perverse, disturbing conspiracies, all right, against the 12 tribes of Israel, the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans. Okay, they have a very sinister plan, all right, to X us out, all right, and start over in the earth. Okay, and so King David, which is the same spirit, we coming in, we saying, Lord, disappoint him. Don't let him succeed with this enterprise. And he's not. Okay?
Yeah. This is Ezekiel 3:17. It says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. Oh, because the brother was going into everything that's going on in the planet Earth. The Lord has set up His prophets, right? He set up His prophets to be the watchmen. So anytime that you see a prophet on the highways and byways, understand that, yo, the Lord is coming. It's imminent. And then this warning coming from this man, whether you will hear it or forbear, it's not from us. It's from on high, man, because the Most High has inspired us to do His work and to do His bidding, man. So you don't get mad at us at the message that we preach. You get mad at Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai because we're giving you a warning from Him.
Right.
But you got it.
And that goes back to that Holy Spirit, that inspiration. We've been inspired to continue to blow this trumpet, to give warning. Because these things are surely coming to pass. You can bring that out.
This is Isaiah chapter 62, verse 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace, day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence.
Because we have the walls, which are the fortification, a form of protection from an intruder. All right, and so today you have us being set up on walls, which represent us going out of the highways and highways. We're going in the room and saying, hey, Israel, this is what's coming. All right, prepare yourself, sanctify yourself, separate yourself, so that you will be covered. Right, when the enemy comes in, that left hand, which is the sword. All right, that's on the way. Go ahead.
Continuing on, and give him no rest till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth.
Yeah. You can reread it. Yeah, reread.
This is Isaiah chapter 62, verse 7. And give him no rest till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth.
Give the Heavenly Father and His Son no rest, continually sighing and crying, continually crying out. Okay? That's a form of giving them no rest. Because how is he not being given rest? By the thoughts that we have. A lot of you brothers, you always say, damn man, these motherfuckers in Solomon's, you're signing, you're groaning in the spirit. Okay? This is how we get from no rest. We're coming out here, we saying He don't do these things. We out here praying and we call on the name, we're speaking these things. This is us giving the Heavenly Father no rest until He does what He says He's going to accomplish.
Okay. This is Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Right, because you know, as that judgment comes, again, you're going to have those men, women, and children are going to be exempt from those judgments. Okay, and those are going to be the ones that we were talking about. Revelation 9, it talked about the angels going and sealing those pretty much who wouldn't get the judgments during the time of the World War I, etc. Okay, because for the purposes of the elect seed being fulfilled, there has to be an exemption so that those men, those souls can stay on the earth and continue their seed line. You see, the Most High is continuing the seed line of Israel. And who be elected, He's going to start over with that seed line, with that ribbon. Right?
This is Revelation. All right, this is Revelations 9 and 4. And it was commanded them that they should not hurt the grass of the earth, neither any green thing, neither any tree.
Right. But that was going into those dog fighters in World War I. They were aiming at people. They wasn't aiming at trees and earth. They was after each other, man. Other dog fighters, as well as civilians got hurt. All right, keep going.
Yeah, and if, just to add on to that brother's point, because you got these weirdos out here talking about we be stretching like we grasping. Hey, the scriptures tell you when Yahweh Shah spat on he spat on the soil, on the dirt, and he put it upon the blind man's eyes. He wiped it away. He asked, "What did you see?" He said, "I see men walking these trees." So that's symbolic in this particular precept that these trees are meant. That was just a bag of
Okay.
But I'll finish it off. It says, "But only those men which have not the seal of Yahweh in their foreheads."
Right, so that's that protection, which lines up with the same thing in Ezekiel. The seal can go into exemption protection. All right, a pardon.
Yep.
Yahweh Shai, He's ultimately a pardon for the sins of Israel by beginning with the elect. That's why it says in Isaiah 59 and did you get Isaiah 59 and 20?
Oh man.
From out of Zion shall come the Redeemer. Okay. Bring that out from
He is the Tawah.
Isaiah 59 and 20.
Yep.
Wow.
It says, "And the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgressions in Jacob, saith Yahweh."
Right. And ultimately, the way we're turning from our transgressions is we're doing it as much as we can, but ultimately we just have faith in Yahweh. Right? That's ultimately what's going to get us through. This whole thing is not how well we actually keep from transgressions, even though that's a part of it. But ultimately, we're doing that through faith in Yahweh. That He's going to come and deliver us.
Yeah.
See, and that word redeemer, it's a capital R. Go into that word, see what they said? Because you go into Deuteronomy 28 and 68, it said no man will buy you.
Right.
We go into our captivity, meaning nobody will be able to redeem us out of the captivity.
To redeem, act as kinsman, redeemer, avenge, revenge, to do the part of a kinsman.
And that's the law. That's in the law. The law of the kinsman redeemer. And the ultimate kinsman redeemer is Yahweh Shah. He's our kinsman. All right? The so-called Negroes, Hispanic nigga, you're actually related to the Savior of the Bible, the Son of the Most High. All right? This is your kinsman redeemer. All right? He's coming to redeem His people. All right? As we always say, man, He's coming for His people. His people are the Israelites. All right? Why the world try to run away from that? Why can't we discuss that? Why is that such a big thing when we say that the Messiah came and died for His people? I am not sent but to the lost sheep of the house of who? Israel. Anybody hold anything?
This is Luke. This is Luke chapter 18, verse 7. And shall not God avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them? Verse 8, I tell you.
Because who's crying out day and night to the Lord? It would have to be elect. Because the elect, like it says in John 17 chapter, they're not of this world. So the souls that are not of this world, they're in the spirit of seeing all of the filth and madness here, and they saying this shit ain't right. All right? So they crying out day and night, and that's why the Lord is destroying in the days he's speeding this thing up. Because it's time to get his elect out this goddamn place, man.
Right. Verse 8, I tell you that he will avenge them speedily.
Right, give me Revelation 18:2. He's going to avenge them speedily. He's going to make a speedy riddance of Esau, Edom, our enemies, this system in America. Okay? It's going to be a quick thing, 1 hour. Go ahead.
God, continuing on. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth?
Now wait, it said he will surely avenge them, right? Bring out Revelation 18:20.
This is Revelation chapter 18, verse 20. It says, rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for Yahweh hath avenged you on her.
The girl asked me about prophecies. Man, it ain't about no prophecies. It's about the apostles and the prophets. The scripture says, rejoice ye holy apostles and prophets. Okay? Why? Because he hath avenged you on her. He's going to avenge us, our forefathers, by destroying this place, man. Burning the place that we were held captive, where it was said unto us, ye are not the children of the Most High God. He's going to burn this place and show this place to be a liar.
That's right.
All right? Go ahead.
This is 2 Ezra 15:8. I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wicked.
Which begins with the prophets. He's using the prophets to condemn this place and their wickedness. Go ahead.
Which they profanely commit.
Right, which they profanely commit. They boldly commit this wickedness, man, in pride. They do it for all to see. They don't even hide it no more. Go ahead.
Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
Because when you read about like when Abel died, his spirit was in the spirit world complaining. All right, when you read Revelation the 6th chapter, the 9th verse, it was a seal, I think the 5th seal, and John saw the souls of them that were slain for the word, man. All right, and they was in the spirit world complaining. This complain, man, bro. We complaining here on earth. Some of us gonna be in the spirit world soon complaining. Lord, how long? Lord, how long? Okay? There's nothing wrong with a righteous complaint, man. The souls of the righteous, Lot, he was complaining. All right? People want us to be quiet and just go along with this, man. We complaining. We got something to say. All right? The Lord put it on our spirits to complain continually. Give him no rest. Go ahead.
Yes, verse 9. And therefore thus saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. This is Romans chapter 12, verse 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves.
Avenge not yourselves, because I keep hearing the word avenge in these scriptures, right? The Lord said he's going to avenge it. So Apostle Paul said what?
It says, dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves.
Right, so don't take matters into your own hands. Wait on the Lord. Go ahead.
But rather give place unto wrath.
Right.
For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord.
Right. Vengeance is mine. And he's quoting that in, what's that, in Exodus, I want to say? It's vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. And I just did a lesson this morning going into how, we were pretty much called to take the low, man. All right, because you look at your house out, the author, the beginning, the end, before everything, the beginning, everything exists. He came on the earth, Philippians 2 and 5. He came in the earth in the form of a man and suffered, the greatest death, the most brutal form of getting put out this earth known to man. And he did that. He came in the image of a man and he suffered that, man. He took the load. All right? And that's what we've been called to do, man, because here it is. We get vexed with these people. We get upset, but we're supposed to not give place unto wrath. Because again, the Lord is going to reserve that avengement on His time, and it's going to be sweeter than what any of us can do. You know, they bring that out.
This is Philippians 2:5. Let this mind be in you, which was also in Yahushua HaMashiach,
Right.
who being in the form of God, thought it was not robbery to be equal with God.
Right. Because Yahushua is a God Himself. Right. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It says, but made himself of no reputation and took upon him the form of a servant and was made in the likeness of men.
Yeah, was made in the likeness of men. Came on a donkey. You know what I'm saying? He served. All right.
It says, verse 9, verse 8, Salaki. And being found in fashion as a man, he humbled himself and became obedient unto death, even the death of the cross.
That's what we have to do too. We have to, humble ourselves and be obedient unto the end. For some of us, that's camp, that's whatever. Literally. You know what I'm saying? This is a very heavy, serious thing. Though we weren't called in here. We weren't called into this liberty to give occasion to the flesh and be know-it-alls and be badasses. And, we've been called to be humble and follow this blueprint. You know?
It says, wherefore the Most High also hath highly exalted him and given him a name which is above every name.
Right. See, so he took the low for the victory to come in a later time. All right, and that victory is him being exalted above everything, man. See, he took a loss in Esau's work because when Yahushua was around, it was a time of Esau. It was a time of the Romans. So in this it's basically the same system. So he took a loss. He sacrificed his life in their realm. Same thing we're doing for the same penny, pretty much. That victory, that glory. All right, to win. Keep going.
This is 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 6. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time.
Now, say that again.
Kind reread it.
Because you brought out the scripture, Psalm 17 and 13, how the wicked is the sword of the Most High, which that's his left hand. It said, humble yourself under the what?
It says, humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God.
Mighty hand. Okay, we need to humble ourselves under Esau, man. And everything that comes along with this BS society. Humble yourselves under it. Okay?
Continuing on, that he may exalt you in due time.
That he may exalt you in due time. That he brings this place down to bring us up. We already got the end. We know how this thing ends. We know how the story ends. All right, this isn't a mystery to us. This isn't a mysterion. We've been initiated to these secrets. Go ahead. Was that it on that?
I got a quick precept. This is Matthew 10 and 24. The disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord.
Wow. Yeah, you gotta see, because you be having to put this in perspective. You gotta remember, like, man, okay, we gotta keep your Yahushua first in this thing. You're like, okay, because you be thinking, you get to the spirit, like, you like, I can't do this. When you keep this thing in the right perspective, you look, okay, Yahushua came, he served, he gave, he sacrificed. All right, it wasn't about him. He was a selfless servant. All right, for his people. All right, bring that out one more time. Yeah. That's all good.
Wherefore the Most High hath highly exalted him and given him a name which is above every name, that at the name of Yahushua HaMashiach, every knee should bow of things in heaven and things in earth and things under the earth.
Right, because this is that kingdom he was talking about. When he told his servants, he said, this is my kingdom, my servants will fight.
Right.
This is the kingdom. In this time, then that's when his servants are going to get busy. That's when his servants are going to fight. So everything is time and order. All right? And we still ain't there yet. We're close. Revelation chapter 1 and the first verse.
All right, this is Revelation 1 and 1. This is Revelation 1:1. It says, the revelation of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, which Yahweh gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass.
Right, and things are now we getting close to that time because the things are have shortly come to pass. When you read Revelation, the whole book of Revelation, you have World War I, II. You have the beast system, America coming back. You know, all of that is happening now. These things are shortly coming to pass very quick. Right, before we know it, okay, we ain't gonna be able to come out here with this. That's actually a current topic right now. The Biden administration is moving toward pretty much getting this thing off the street, man.
Yep.
All right.
Preach. I know I seen an article earlier this week.
Florida,
It was,
too.
a guy was out preaching and he actually got sued and he possibly gonna do some jail time because they said it was insightful and that it was I forget the word that they used, but it was hurtful that he was out preaching against homosexuals. That the fact that we using the Bible, now they're trying to get it off the streets.
And if you notice,
Midwest, right?
Yeah, it was somewhere in the Midwest.
and if you notice on social media, they starting to auto-generate closed captions and everything now. So every time you watch a video, you automatically seeing the words on it because they finna pull something, man. All right, keep your eyes open. They finna pull something.
Or the AI technology. Now they can use anything that you've ever said on the internet and basically plug it into an AI machine and change the words using your voice.
Right, and I mentioned that in the group. I was talking about how they did that song. They took Drake's voice, took Kanye's voice, and put it on Drake. On one of
Drake
those,
beat, Drake
song.
beat and lyrics.
Yeah.
Damn.
He rapped the lyrics.
So it wasn't Kanye really doing it. It was a damn machine that did it, but it sounded like Kanye. So we know that something is coming. You see what I'm saying? But the elect won't be deceived. But these damn deceptions are about to pick up, man.
Right.
They picking up.
Right.
Give me Revelation 12 and 10. Everybody.
This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 10. It says, and I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength, and the kingdom of our power, and the power of Hamashiach. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down.
Right, and this is what all of this is leading up to. Accusations, right, categories. These people saying, hey, these people are the problem. Look at what they're saying. Even though we ain't doing nothing. All right, we ain't bothering nobody. We ain't breaking Esau's laws. Man, we out here exercising free speech coming out of the Bible. We ain't out here to fight nobody.
Right.
We ain't trying to rob them, none of that, man. But it's all to place accusations. See? Go ahead.
To back up the brother's point, this is Psalms 50 and 20. It says, thou sittest is, matter of fact, I'll read up. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thy own mother's son. And that's what Esau do. Here it is, Esau feeds you a pork sandwich, but then he'll go around to the Lord and be like, Lord, look at what they doing. Here it is. He put drugs in the community. He turned the woman against the man. Look at how dysfunctional the black community is. They can't. The woman and man can't get along. Look at the child. He needs us to intervene and help him. You created this situation, man. You slander your own mother's son because we came out of the womb together with Esau, man. Jacob and Esau. That's what that's referring to. You slander your own mother's son, and he kept that from him because he said, "Yo, Jacob, that man." Touch this dude. It's coming to pass, man. But that was the point.
He'll take all the best jobs because Esau and the heathen, they got all the best jobs, and then yet they'll tell you go get a job, go do better. When they systematically X you out of having all the opportunities.
Right.
You look at the zip codes. The zip codes are designed a certain way because you can get a racial idea of who lives where based on that zip code.
Right.
You look at 30334 Decatur. You know who's over there. You look at where I'm at, 30342, you know who's over there. You look at 30296, you know what I'm saying? You know.
You can do an insurance quote off of a zip code, and it's different.
Yeah.
That's why they ask you. What's
They'll
your zip
give
code?
you a different
Yeah.
price off the zip code.
And then they want to say, well, y'all need to do better. Y'all need to work harder, man. These people are goddamn real pieces of shit, man.
Yep.
Man, bro.
We're the murderers.
Man.
We're the murderers. We going throughout the whole planet, putting everybody to death.
Right.
But now, the black people are the problem, man. You're a slanderer, man. Slander is to lie, man. It's to lie. It's to set up something and then you create a false narrative. It's a lie. Yeah.
And that's why when you stay in your house shot, that's how you get preserved. You be made blameless from this world. Because this world is trying to, with these accusations, they're not gonna stick, man. And they ain't gonna stick on the elect because the elect are harmless because they hiding under the banner of your house shot.
Yep, exactly.
All right, so no matter what they say, it just ain't gonna work, man.
Right.
So they can come with whatever they gonna come. They gonna pull some old footage of us cussing, goddamn Jake walking out, put the closed caption on it, adjust it artificially, put words in there. But guess what? It ain't gonna stick because at the end of the day, we're blameless. You're guilty. Okay? You still have us in your hands. That's the ultimate form of guilt right there. You ain't let us go, man. You still got us in captivity to this day.
Right.
Go ahead, bring it up, man.
It's going into what you're saying. I continue with Psalms 50 and 21. These things thou hast done, and I kept silent. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself. But I will reprove them and set them in order before thine eyes. And that's what it is. It says that thou was altogether thought as I was one as thyself. Esau really thought the Lord was with him when he put us into child slavery. He brought us over. He killed Gad and Ruth. He went down there to the port of the rich and put Ephraim to death, the northern kingdom. He thought the Lord was with him. Okay, fast forward to the time of Jim Crow. Here it is, slavery is over with. He's still hunting you, Jake down. He's still using your babies as gator bait. And now here it is, he's convinced the entire world that you're lazy and that you serve no purpose on the planet Earth, man. The Lord said, I'm gonna set them in order before you. These same people that you shitting on, that I let you kick their ass, you thought I was with you. But I'm gonna set them in order before you, man. I'm gonna let you really know how I feel towards you and how I feel towards them.
That's it, right? The Lord is literally setting us in order before his eyes. Right on camera, right in front of the world, Israelites are being set in order.
That's right, man.
That's crazy. That's far out, bro.
And it's all about the elect. Esau can touch everything. You can besiege the nation of Israel. You can besiege the citadel. You can get into the inner gates, but you're not. You can get into the gates, but you're not gonna get into the inner gates. And from them inner gates, we're gonna beat your ass. But your house shall about to return, man.
Good.
That's right. Go ahead, bring yours out.
This is Zechariah chapter 5, verse 1. Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll, and that's speaking about a chariot. Continuing on. He said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits, going to the measurements of it. Continuing on. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. And the curse right there is speaking about the chariots. They're known as curses. What they're going to do? We understand when the angels return with our Lord, the Holy Shower, with the angels and the chariots with them, what they're going to do? Allow people to go to the guns, get up and shoot out on the break. The armies of this earth, okay, these different nations, all right, and take down many kingdoms. Continuing on. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it. And who has stolen? Esau, Edom, man. Throughout his time in history, that's all this damn devil has done. John 10:10, the thief cometh not but to steal, kill, and destroy, man. And what he has done, he stole the whole nation, man. Look at what we're doing right now, man. Over here in the land of our captivity, the scripture goes to it. What's the Exodus 21:16? About he that stealeth the man and he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death.
Yep.
So that's what's coming to you damn Edomites, man. Continuing on. And everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it. And who swear? Esau, man. All right, when you look at it, when presidents, are coming into office during inauguration, what they do, swear on the Bible. They used to do that in court, man. So we understand this damn devil has a lot to pay for, and he's going to be removed from rulership when our Lord Yahweh shall return. What's up, man?
Yeah. And those chariots, which they're pretty much us along with the chariots, we're witnesses. We're all bearing a testimony against the devil, against the what they're doing, and ultimately that judgment, like you said, is going to come through that chariot invasion. You understand? Which that links up to the precept the brother just brought out, because you know we done this and did that. They did this and did that to us because nothing ain't happened to them. They thought that the Most High was with them. But see, that judgment is pending. All right, it's pending. It ain't that it was done away with. It's just that Esau was blessed to have a rulership for a certain period, for a longer period of time than other nations did. See what I'm saying? Esau's rulership was much longer than the Persians and the Babylonians. All right, even who else? Probably even longer than the Egyptians. I don't even know how long that was, but Esau been doing this thing since goddamn 300 BC. So
20 minutes.
You know, where we at on time?
No, you good.
Anybody else on there?
This is Amos chapter 5, verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and laid his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him. Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it?
Yeah, the day of the Lord, man. Judgment.
They're starting to now vocally speak against the chariots. There was an article that someone just brought out just recently where now they're not, we don't know what they are. They're now saying these are now posing a threat, which is a form of, it's accusation, blasphemy, speaking against the host of heaven. That's where that's going, man.
The angels in the category as enemies.
Yeah, something bad, something scary, something
to justify them, you know, fighting against them. And
right.
all that. Right. No, we ain't ignorant to say this.
Right.
Nope. They trying to make it look like there was an enemy against them. Countless movies.
Right.
Large attacks.
He's working on people's minds to get them in certain minds.
Right.
And the people, you know what I'm saying? But like in Revelation 13:3, and it's gonna work on most people because most people they've been given into the the God of this world, which is spiritual demon Satan. Revelation 13:3.
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 3. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all of the world wondered after the beast.
That's right now. See, that deadly wound being healed, that's Rome falling, coming back. Rebirth is known as something new. Now it's called America, the EU, and NATO, and the whole world is wondering after the beast. The whole world has adopted this philosophy. This whole world is they praising and glorifying technology. They gone. See, they straight gone out here, man. They don't care about the Bible no more. They don't care about prayer no more. They don't care about none of that. They took God out of the classrooms. Like, nah, we don't need that no more. We got GPSs, we got calculators, we got AI.
Right.
See, the whole world is wondering after the beast. Anybody hold something?
Yeah, I got Romans. This is Romans 1:25.
Yep.
Just to back it up, because who did this? It says, who changed the truth of Yahweh Shemi Awashai into a lie, and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. So the Lord is asking you a question. Who went throughout the planet Earth and told you, yo, the Heavenly Father and His Son, they look like me? Yeah. Who went throughout the planet Earth and told you, yo, I hear your spirituality, but to hell with that. We got science now, man. We got evolution. We got the Big Bang Theory. We have these things as rudiments to set up a society. Who did these things? Was it Moab? Was it Moab? Was it the Qing dynasty? Whatever. The countless. No, Esau did that. Esau did. He's the only person that told you to trust the science.
Right.
But you trusted it. You trusted the jab, and look what it done got you. Now you guys suffer from sudden death. Now that's a common thing. It's like catching a cold now. Oh, sudden death. You probably took the jab. But who turned the truth into a lie? Esau, man. Right.
Get out 2 Corinthians 15:46. Because these damn devils, bro. They got because Esau he's the mastermind behind it all, but other heathen nations are joined with him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And China, them, Moab, them, they are, You know, because what did Esau say? Schwab said that pretty much China is the blueprint of the format of the world that we, you know, the new world.
Yeah. Yeah. Psalms 83, the Confederacy.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Second Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 46. And thou, Asia, that art partaker of the hope of Babylon, and art the glory of her person. Woe be unto thee, thou wretch, because thou hast made thyself like unto her.
Yeah, Moab do it just like Babylon. They got these sky risers, they in suits and ties. How you doing, sir?
Right.
Speaking English.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yep.
It says, and has decked thy daughters in whoredom, that they might please and glory in thy lovers, which have always desired to commit whoredom with thee.
Yeah.
Thou hast,
and all the nations have committed whoredom with Babylon, because that links up with Revelation 17, man. 17, I think maybe 18 too. But the fornication, the wine of the fornication.
Yep.
Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 7. Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. They made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad.
Yeah, golden covenant. Gold is a precious metal. The Most High used America and treated it like a precious metal, and he used it to influence the whole earth, because America has all the Israelites here. So Esau used the Israelites, all right, to influence the world and get the world on certain pages. That's why a lot of these agendas, they have Israel, they have Jake's face out there to help push these vibrations out there. All right,
Continuing on. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain. If so be she may be healed.
Yeah, suddenly falling. We're starting to see that fall now. Beginning with the moral decay, beginning with the financial system. All right, the originality and everything. You know, there was a time when things were original, creative. You know what I'm saying? And that, you know what I'm saying? That's gone now. Nothing, everything is just, all the music is
everything is retro
redundant.
now. Everything is recycled.
Yeah,
right.
They remaking all the songs from the 90s.
Right. And movie shows.
The movies.
Too.
You know what I'm saying? All our favorite, the people we looked up to, they old as hell. The wrestlers, they old as hell still. You got Edge, got them doing this whack ass spear, shit slow as hell. Like what a new talent at? But it's dead. They can't do nothing but reuse all of the good stuff from the good day, man. So it's suddenly falling, man. And it's gonna be a sudden destruction. It's gonna be a sudden falling when this place gets destroyed by the Most High, those missiles.
That's right.
All right. Go ahead. You want that?
Cut. This is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 9. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go, every one into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies.
Yeah, a lot of nations are forsaking this place. They saying we don't need a dollar, we don't care about that dollar, because through the dollar, the United States is able to put sanctions on places, man. So you got a lot of nations saying, man, we don't want to deal with that dollar no more, man. We can conduct business and have our own thing, have our own standard, our own reserve currency, okay? And then you have actual heathen that are fleeing this place and going home. They see the writing on the wall. This thing is over with, man. The only people that still really partaking in the hope of Babylon is Edomites that love this place, and then the damn Israelites here that can't let it go.
Love it. They love it.
This is Joel, chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. That's the natural Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty man. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Verse 10. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Okay. And we see that right now, man. You see that these different nations, they're not investing in their agriculture no more, you know, as far as putting all their money into it. And what they're doing, they're investing in their military because they understand the time that we're in, man. They're preparing for war. And what they're going to do collectively, come up against America, which is Babylon the Great. You see it, more and more talks about testing different nuclear weapons.
Yep.
All right, more and more about coming up against America, which is Babylon the Great. We understand that these things will come to pass, these prophecies, man. And we see that these weaker nations are saying that they're strong. Why? Because they have nuclear capabilities now, man.
Yep.
And you see that they're being gathered together over there in the Middle East, man, in the Valley of Yahweh Shabbat.
Yep.
This is Hosea chapter 2 and verse 9, it says, therefore will I return and take away my corn in the time thereof, and my wine in the season thereof, and will recover my wool and my flax, given to cover her nakedness. And now will I discover her lewdness in the sight of her lovers, and none shall deliver her out of my hand. Speaking about the Babylon, man, those missiles, man. It says, verse 11, and I will cause all the mirth to cease. Like you just said, man, this place, the mirth is gone, man. The music is gone. The music sucks. You know,
Everything.
The you know, whatever type of nightlife these people want to enjoy, it's gone. You know, all the holidays, they not the same no more. You know, people are tired of working. You know, just the joy of this place is gone. You know, it says her feast days, her new moons, and her Sabbaths, and all her solemn feasts. And I will destroy all her vines and her fig trees. Wherefore she have said, these are my rewards that my lovers have given me. We're talking about the lovers, man, the other nations. You know, how they basically make money off Babylon, man. You know, it says, these are the rewards that my lovers have given me. I will make them a forest, and the beasts of the field shall eat them. And I will visit upon her the days of Balaam, wherein she burned incense to them, and she decked herself with her earrings and her jewels, and she went after her lovers, and forgot me, saith the Lord. Israel, yeah. So that day, you know, you Jakes that follow after this place, through too, man. You know?
I got a quick one. You were mentioning the brother had brought out how the other nations are saying that I'm strong now, right? And they're converting their agriculture into military might. But it's much more than that. This is Obadiah 1 and 2. It says, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. Now, what you're starting to notice with China, China's not only actively attacking the dollar, right, to destroy the dollar, they're actually creating a new trade route that's outside of the jurisdiction of the West. And they just signed an agreement with Pakistan to create a bullet train that goes from Pakistan all the way into China, completely erasing all of the new trade routes, the old trade routes that were used by the West. So they're creating a system where the West is completely out because the other nations hate America. They have looked at, like it says in Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, I believe around the 16th verse, it talks about how he has shameful glory. They're looking at the history of Babylon the Great and say, wait a minute, everything that you have done from your inception has been nothing but evil. That's all you've done. And you mask it, because it says that Satan appears to you as an angel of light. So he appears to them as something different than what he actually is. But then he's in his mind, he wants to kill, steal, and destroy their economies and rule over them with an iron fist. And the other nations are like, no, we saw that your cup looked to be gold. It was gold. But on the inside of that cup was nothing but putrid poison that you had as drink. And we don't want it no more. Right. So the other nations are through with America. Right. And once that first and y'all jakes out there, as the brother had brought out about Israel, they through too. Y'all jakes out there don't understand. When the first shot gets sent in this war between America and Taiwan and China, when that first shot gets sent, all trade from China is going to cease. Yeah. We get 90% of our goods from China. Woo. So what do you think is going to happen in this place when we no longer have any of those things? Plus an economy that's collapsing.
Woo! Bring it.
You got it.
That's strategic. That's a strategic move by the Heavenly Father, man. I'll pray to you how about that. That's a war move right there, man.
Right, that's a war move, man.
War move, man.
Right, bro.
That's a war move. Go ahead.
Oh, this is Jeremiah 50 and 16. It says, cut off the sword from Babylon, and him that handleth the sickle in the time of harvest. And this is the point. For fear of the oppressing sword, they shall turn every one to his feet. And that's what's going on now. These other countries saying that there's no might in the United States dollar anymore. They don't care to keep any type of treaty, any type of agreement they know America will deport them. They're reneging. So it says, for the fear of the oppressing sword. Because we all know that Esau don't get his way and things don't go according to how he envisions. What he gonna do? Oh, hey, pull out that big sword. That's his answer to everything.
Right,
so
right.
the people see, these countries see this oppressing sword coming, man. That's why they've been gathering weapons all the while. I'll finish off. It says, for fear of the oppressing sword, they shall turn everyone to his own people. And that's what we see. Everybody's ditching the dollar. Everybody's trying to get into their own currency. They don't want to deal with the United States anymore.
Right.
It said cut off the sword. The people that made this place rich, they're abandoning this place. Only thieves are coming in and thinking they can get something out of it. It says, and they shall flee everyone to his own land. And that's what's happening with these nations. Everybody's fleeing into their own lands, man. That's why you see everybody pulling their diplomats out of these particular embassies because they understand the times to come.
Right. They're doing a time of war too. See, the Most High is laying everything strategically.
Yep.
Because He's about to avenge us, man.
Yep,
Right?
that's
He's
it.
about to avenge us. Give me,
That's
give me
the end. That's the end result right there.
That's the end result. It makes sense. All the products coming here, most of them are coming from China and from other nations. And the Most High having to where these nations ain't dealing with Babylon, man, it's about to get bad out here. We're
Right.
talking about destitution and lack and poverty and
Yeah.
third world conditions. It's about
Right.
to be
Yeah.
trashy out here.
That's
man.
it. That's it.
This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 22.
Bring it out.
A sound of battle is in the land,
Yeah,
right?
man.
And of great destruction.
Right.
How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? I have laid a snare for thee,
Right.
and thou art also taken,
Yep.
O Babylon,
Yep.
and thou was not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord.
See, Babylonians are not aware of this. They ain't aware of nothing. See, the Most High, other
Yeah.
nations are not as dumb as Americans.
Right.
Respectfully.
Simple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Just,
simple.
or distracted. They
Yeah,
say distracted.
You know what I'm saying? Other nations,
Distracted.
they speak multiple languages. They
Right.
know their history. They know their culture. They have
Yeah.
respect. They're more well-rounded individuals. You look at Americans don't know shit about shit.
Right.
They don't know nothing.
And don't care to know.
They don't care to know nothing.
Wow,
That's a part of the
too.
snare that the Most High has set for Babylon. He's about to destroy this place, man.
Right. That's right.
All right, these people are right for the taking. Finish that out and I'm going to down.
This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 25. The Lord had opened his armory and had brought forth the weapons of his indignation.
Woo! What's that? That's
Anger.
those missiles, man. All right? That's why those missiles were created. The Smith have created Isaiah 51, 56,
Yeah. 54. Yeah.
54, and
16. Yep.
Yeah, go ahead.
For this is the work of the Lord, Yahweh of hosts, in the land of the Chaldeans.
In the land of the Chaldeans. Who are the Chaldeans? You know who the Chaldeans were?
Hamites,
Hamites? Okay.
occultic. They were on the left hand side. That's all I know.
Cultic, yeah, they're members of the occult, the witches, the warlocks,
Right.
in Babylon.
But
All right.
left-handed. Yeah.
Yep.
The original devils.
Yeah. During the time of ancient Babylon, you had Nebuchadnezzar, the Chaldeans. You had his council. All right. America, Esau, he has his council, man. All right, bring that out one more time. I'm gonna step down.
This is Jeremiah.
Because Isaiah 47, it condemns that council. The Most High is making a mockery of that council. You know what I'm saying?
Those are the people that really
Hey, that was that.
hear from the left-hand side, the spirit realm. That's the human beings that actually have a system. They really do hear from the left-hand side, right?
So
The real ones, right.
Exactly. Yeah. Go ahead. Oh, well.
Yeah. Reread it.
This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 24. I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord. Verse 25. The Lord had opened his armory and had brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord, Yahweh of hosts, in the land of the Chaldeans.
All right, America's going to be destroyed. So with that, I'm going to step down.
Hey, if I can say real quick,
Come on.
the brother just brought out, you can bring that out one more time. Because it says that Babylon is striven against the Lord, right?
Right.
Everything that Babylon does is contrary to
Everything.
scriptures.
Right.
What are they? What? Now you got this LGBTQ that's running rampant.
Right.
It's running rampant, and now they got something called minor attractive persons, to where they're trying to recategorize a pedophilia.
Yeah.
Like, this is nuts. The institution of marriage you're warping. The monetary system, this is not how it's supposed to be. The food, you defile the food, you defile the air, you defile the water. Everything that's in the scriptures that tell us not to do, you turn it upside down. You're calling what's good bad and what's bad good.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And you're penalizing those people who just want to do what's right by the Lord.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, and that's why when you read Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2, what does it say? It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. They're happy, right? But when the wicked bear fruit, people, they're in mourning. Like the brother was going into, all that stuff leads up to a high capacity of mourning, wicked and mourning. You got suicide, high rates, right? People on antidepressants, like every 4 person on antidepressants, right? Especially these women, right? Job 9:24 said the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. If the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, that means they control the world and they control the knowledge being spread on out throughout the world. Right? So when that happens, don't the scriptures say as the people, as the leader is over the people,
As
right?
the king, so it's people.
Exactly.
Right.
So if the people are following the gates, which are the leaders that are set up in the world, their doctrine, their knowledge, that wine, they're drinking that wine, they're going to be in the heavy depression, heavily suicidal, right? And including the earth as well. The earth is in depression right now. You're supposed to give the earth a land Sabbath, but now all the resources are extracted from the fruits and the vegetables. The earth can't be freely the way it's supposed to be given out to people because of the doctrines that are set up by Esau.
All the chemicals, all the derailments. What is the ecological outcome of having these huge chemical derailments in these major bodies of water? Not to mention these oil spills in the ocean. Like, bro, these guys are terrible people, man.
Yeah. But so we're gonna that was a beautiful lesson, but we're gonna change courses. All right, we got something heavy coming up within the next couple of weeks. So right now we're gonna go into Revelation 9. Go ahead, brother.
Fine. This is Revelation chapter 9 and verse 1. And the 5th angel sounded, and I saw a star falling from heaven unto the earth, and to him was given the key of the bottomless pit.
Fun. And this is in Revelations, right? So the book of Revelations, meaning to reveal or pull back the veil, right? Really meaning back the veil, things that's uncovered or hidden. So reveal, Revelations. This is John the Revelator. He's revealing all the mysteries, like the heavy prophecies, the heavy doctrines of the Bible that most people don't know about, right? We actually the pastor, a long time ago, I remember, they used to tell you that the book was sealed, right? Because of the scriptures that say, talk about
Right.
They literally would tell you that the book was sealed, showing you that they're not the prophets, right? But John is breaking it down and giving to the Spirit from Yahweh Shemashai to the apostles on down, and the brothers that are great wisdom, and whoever out there is teaching like-minded doctrine. We have that, right?
Even when you read Revelation the 5th chapter, it tells you that Yahweh Shai loosened the seal.
Right.
So
what about that?
What about that?
They don't go into that.
Cut.
Beautiful
put, obviously. And then also, was it Amos 3 and 7?
Right.
Clearly the Heavenly Father put it up and we read it in sequence until the prophets. Right? So read it again from the top of Bible shot. All right. Here are the secrets, man.
This is Revelation chapter 9 and verse 1. And the 5th angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heaven unto the earth, and to him was given the key of the bottomless pit.
Right, and the bottomless pit is talking about Europe, right? The star, this is Esau coming out of Europe, right? Malachi 1:4, right? And when you look around you, and because we know America came out of Europe, right? And look around you. Look what have they built up, right? Coming from basically nothing to something, going from 0 to 100 real quick, right? That bottomless pit is talking about Europe and Esau coming out of Europe, right?
Yeah, I was gonna add on to the brother, and that shows you that the Germans, the so-called Germans, are Edomite. Because even with the start, Kaiser Wilhelm II. Who was Kaiser Wilhelm II? He's an Edomite. He's a Temanite ruler that ruled
nation of Prussia, man, the kingdom of Prussia. You know, and that was those are the Edomites in rulership in the pit. You know, I got you. This is Malachi 1:4. God, this is the book of Malachi chapter 1, verse 4. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places.
These are the desolate places, right? This is what they have come back to build, which is America, coming from out of Europe. It's the bottomless pit. They came out of Europe, and now they rule the world, man. Right? Starting with the wine that was spread forth from here in America, all throughout the world. Because if you ask any foreigner, they all want to go to America. Even to this day, even actually now, right now, people still think that America is, is that, that great city, which it still is. America is Babylon the Great. You know what I'm saying? But all throughout their lives, they always talk about going to America to be prosperous, right? To do better. This is the place of where everyone wants to go, right? So this is the desolate places they came back to rebuild, and that wine has spread throughout, primarily out through America. You got to put that right.
Yeah, this is going into how we know. This is talking about Esau in the bottomless pit, which that also refers to them not being able to grow anything in Europe as well. So this is Revelation 20 and verse 1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. And he had laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years, which is referring to Esau. He's that old serpent, he's that devil, the deceiver, who deceived the whole earth, man. Verse 3, and cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled, and after that he must be loose a little season.
Right. That's the precept to Malachi. That's what we just got into.
And that backs up the desolate places too, because desolate places also going into Europe, which is that NATO EU infrastructure.
Right.
Read that, if I may. Read that last part again.
Okay, verse 3. This is Revelation 20 and verse 3. And he cast him into the bottomless pit.
Right. Which the bottomless pit is Europe. And it was left desolate because what? Rome fell. The Roman Empire fell. A lot of that architecture that people go and travel and see was remnants of the Roman Empire. Germany, Kaiser William II, Romania, that was the Roman Empire. Man. Go ahead.
And it went into that with the 1,000 years, that Byzantine Empire. You go into the exact 1,000 years period where they fell,
That's when
in Europe.
That's when Jake had rulership. But Jake wasn't as powerful as ancient Rome.
Right.
When Jake had city-states, Jake wasn't doing. I mean, Byzantine was great, but it wasn't ancient Rome. And a lot of those ruins, a lot of the infrastructure of ancient Rome, it didn't really get reenacted till Esau came with the Renaissance.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Look around you. Right. What is the standard was the eagle. Rome.
Right.
The symbol of America is the eagle. They built all their important infrastructure with the columns.
Yeah, all the European
nations. You learn Latin, right? You learn Roman numerals. Yeah. Why? This is not Rome, but it is Rome.
It's the same.
Right. Same spirit.
And it says, continue on, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled.
Right. So Esau didn't have the power. He didn't have the influence that he had during the 12 seasons, during the ancient Roman Empire. He couldn't impose himself the way he imposed himself in the ancient Roman Empire throughout the Dark Ages.
Right.
But when the Renaissance came about, the rebirth, that's when he started to impose his deception on the nations, even to this day.
Y'all continuing on. It said after that he must be loose for a little season. Right, man. That's what he's talking about. The Renaissance period coming back. He came back. And, he started swinging that sword, man.
But the bottomless pit is Europe, right? So continue back in Revelation 9.
Revelation chapter 9 and verse 2. And he opened the bottomless pit, and there arose a smoke out of the pit, as the smoke of a great big furnace, and the sun and the air were darkened by the reason of the smoke of the pit.
Right. This is going into World War I, right? Like the brothers just beautifully put out. You know, Kaiser Wilhelm II. All right. He was the emperor during that time, and all hell was breaking loose. See, this is about talking about World War I and all the all the hell that went on and took place during World War I. If you look up the history of World War I, man, there was a lot of death, there was a lot of bloodshed that went on there, and the skies were dark, it was a lot of fighter planes and stuff, and bombs and stuff like that. It was a very dark, gloomy time.
It was unprecedented.
During that time, you had the Civil War. The munition, the way they went about munition was extremely slow compared to the munition and how they went about it during World War I. During World War I, man, it was all bets was off because of this new munition, how they went about it. You could get 1,000. It would take you an hour to make 1,000 rounds. Now in an hour, I can make 1,000,000 rounds. That's a whole lot of damn new death. That's a lot of damn death.
The technology upped on the guns. Okay.
Right.
Trench warfare.
Okay, that makes sense,
Trench warfare
man.
changed it. Go ahead.
The repeated
Okay,
fire,
this is-
rapid fire.
This is Hebrew or the Greek for pit, Ferrer, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. But there also goes in the pit of the abyss. All right. Also goes into uncertain derivation. A hole in the ground. Ultimately, you know what I'm saying?
When you go into the abyss, it said the abyss. When you look into the abyss, it means a complete submersion within darkness. Like the abyss of the ocean is, you don't find an abyss at the top, you find it at the bottom. You find it at the darkest part of the ocean is the abyss. There's no light there. So that's what that's going into. There was no information, there was no knowing of Yahweh Shem Yahweh.
Yeah, man, out of the damn abyss comes these creatures. Yeah, that's the bottomless pit right there. Continue to tell me Revelation.
This is Revelation 9 and verse 3. And there came out of the smoke locusts upon the earth, and unto them was given power, as the scorpions of the earth have power.
Fun, and a scorpion, it's all the venom take place in his tail, and when they hit you with that tail, they hurt. And it was locusts, because remember, John the Revelator, he's revealing. At that time he didn't know what an airplane was. He's talking about warplanes, right? He don't know what an airplane was, so he called them locusts. And then when they look like locusts, you got
In World War I, the airplane looks just like a locust.
Yep.
The wing, it has the propellers on the wings.
Yep, the fighter jets.
And then the tail goes into the machine gun, because they attach the machine guns to the back.
Yeah, the tail gun, right, yep, exactly.
You know how it is, man.
Exactly.
Right, so well, I got this book here. I want to share with brothers. It looked like a locust, right?
Right, go.
It looks just like a locust.
Right.
Continue on into the scripture said with the tails that hurt. But because the reason why he called it was a locust, he said it was a scorpion, because
Right, that's a perfect script, yeah.
you can see where they have a gunner. Usually there be two people to these airplanes. You have the pilot and then you have the gunner. That's why John called it a scorpion, but also called it a locust. It looks exactly like the locust, and he don't know what the airplane is, and its hurt comes from the tail, which is the gunner.
Yep.
Right here.
That's the hurt coming from his tail. That
Yeah,
machine gun.
exactly, yep.
Yeah,
That's
that's the
it.
hurt coming from his tail. So when you act, because you gotta think about it, and they're going to
Right,
they're not
exactly.
saying, oh yeah, that's an airplane. They don't
Right.
know to call it that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you have idiots in these churches that's going to say, the book is sealed, because they don't know the information.
Yeah.
They haven't got the spirit from the heavenly Father.
Right, and what makes that true, just like when they describe it as arrows or bows,
Exactly.
and when it's referring to missiles. Yep.
Well, they asked Yahweh, they said, why are you speaking to them in parables?
Woo, yep.
To you to give into the kingdom of heaven. You're not going to be able to, when you read this as a regular person, or as any nigga
Right.
who don't have the
Yeah,
mark,
yeah.
right, from Yahweh Shai,
Right.
you're not going to be able to compare that
Yeah.
scripture to this image.
Yeah, you need the spirit for that.
Yeah, you gotta have the spirit. And this actually
That's
Lord,
real.
Yeah.
That's
well,
what's
shit,
up.
that's even better. right? From that side, you can't really see the double wings, but look at these images.
Right, yeah. You could bring it all the way to the camera too.
That's what locusts look like. When they fly, they got like, what, like
It's
four?
like they have double wings. That's what
Right.
locusts look like.
Yep.
Even those dragonflies. I
Yes,
like that
that's
too.
exactly what they look like.
Yep.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
That's badass.
You want to keep breaking down?
Reread that.
Yes.
All right.
But you can see it.
Revelation 9 and verse 3, and there came out of the smoke locusts upon the earth, and unto them was given power, as the scorpions of the earth had power. Continue. Continuing on verse 4, and it was commanded them that they should not hurt the grass of the earth, neither any green thing, neither any tree, but only those men which have not the seal of the Most High in their foreheads.
And they literally were given orders from above, from up top, to make sure that any ammunition being spent, anything going on, like any carnage being spent, was going towards flesh, and not towards, like, don't be hitting trees and buildings. Like, it literally meant not to hurt literally the grass and the trees of the earth. No animal, none of that. They wanted to make sure they was taking out flesh, man. All men. It was heavy death going on for that time.
Everybody was concentrating in trench warfare.
Yeah.
That's where the World War I was known. The heavy death toll came from that trench warfare.
Does anyone know the numbers on the first war?
Yeah, I got them.
We had pulled it up before. But just to make a point
Google.
about that precept, because previous we was talking about the amount of ammunition, you know, that Germany had during that time. You know, it wasn't as supplyable as it's gonna be now. In
Right.
World War III.
Right.
You know, so they couldn't just waste bullets, you know, unwasted bullets and weapons and machines. They really had to shoot at the mark.
Mm-hmm.
And you gotta realize that John was saying all this, man.
Right, exactly.
John was literally saying specifically not waste their bullets.
Yeah.
Right.
Or their ammunition.
Hey,
Right.
that's spiritual real quick. Look at that. Look what it say on the tape.
Read it out, huh?
Devil.
Yeah.
It says devil, right?
The Edomites of the devil.
Oh my God. We go to 189. Right? And you got again about the shot.
This is Revelation 9 and verse 4. And it was commanded them that they should not hurt the green grass of the earth, neither any green thing, neither any tree, but only those men which have not the seal of the Most High in their foreheads.
Right. So, and who that? That's, you ain't got the seal. That's pretty much anybody who's not part of the elect, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
This is Mark 8 and verse 24. And he looked up, and I said, I see men as trees walking, right? That's how you know
Proof.
that this is referring to these trees as men. And then
Yep.
Mark is ultimately men or Israelites that will be carrying the seed of the elect. All right?
Yeah.
That were in the war.
Yeah.
The Lord said, don't hurt this man, because this man is carrying eventually his great grandson is going to be of the elect.
Yep.
You understand?
And that's gonna be him. Shit. Cause through reincarnation. Yeah. Through reincarnation. Yep.
Wow. Oh, Mark 8 and 24.
Okay, come. I was about to bring that up. But you already said it though, right? Go to verse 5.
Revelation 9 and 5.
This is Revelation chapter 9 and verse 5. And to them it was given that they should not kill them, but that they should be tormented 5 months. And their torment was as the torment of a scorpion. And when he striketh a man.
Right. And got 5 months. It's actually talking about 5 years.
Yep.
World War I happened from 1914 to 1919. And you can see here, you look clearly, when it talks about, read it again, about the shot, bro.
Revelation 9 and verse 5. And to them it was given that they should not kill them, but that they should be tormented 5 months. And their torment was as the torment of a scorpion when he striketh a man.
And I got this image here because I want the show, brother, because you asked the question. You asked how many, would you ask, how much the death toll was?
Yeah.
What did it show? Right here. It says 19 million, the number of men wounded in all armies during World War I. In all armies, so 19 men, they were
Those
wounded,
are
right?
unheard of numbers
And
prior to
tormented,
that war.
right? And tormented. Go to verse 6.
That's why I asked the question. Before that war,
Tormented.
you never saw
That's
numbers like that.
them being nice.
Right. Yeah, we know. Yeah.
We always add thousands on top of whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Because
Fact.
it was some information came out with World War II. Originally, they said, I think they said 20 million. I think they said like 20 million Soviets died.
more,
But now it's come out. It's over 40 million Soviets died, bro.
They probably just counted. That's probably just the number of bodies that they actually recovered.
Right.
What about the bodies that was like stubble, dust?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, just blown
Exactly.
up,
Yeah.
nothing.
Exactly.
Ain't counting those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, all them bodies throughout that whole
Right.
continent.
Right.
man.
Right.
Yeah,
Men,
man.
And-
these are men that survived though. They were literally like
See, this
50%
proves-
tormented.
Prior to these numbers, no nation ever
They didn't
killed
go
that
through
many
this.
people. Nobody, no one ever died at that level, huh?
And then the next verse is gonna go into this too.
Right, exactly. Right, what verse 6?
This is Revelation 9 and verse 6. And it says, in those days shall men seek death
Death.
and
Right.
shall not find it.
You can't find death. Look at
Right.
it.
It's torture.
He's tortured. No, look at these man. You think they want to live? No, they don't. They don't have hands. They don't have arms. They don't have legs. Their guts are
Right.
Yep.
Now I remember Pastor Howard, when he was breaking down in this chapter, he was talking about the lack of medicine and technology they had during this time.
Right.
When you read this page in the chapter or somewhere in the next couple pages, it tells you, lets you know the reason why so many women were dying. A lot of amputations that were going on. They weren't able to really stop blood like that.
Right.
They weren't able to stop the infection from spreading.
Right.
You know, so they
chemical
were
warfare.
Chemical warfare.
They were using chemical warfare on each other, and that chemical warfare was destroying their lungs, man. Like they were literally like they would be in a situation where they can't talk, they can barely think properly, but
Right.
they can't die. They're just not gonna die.
But also, they went to seek death, and they couldn't find it. 19 million men. That's like
That's
you said,
wounded. That's
that
not
were
dead.
wounded.
That's
Yeah,
wounded.
those are the
That's
that
a
was-
nation of people. That's a nation of people.
There were 20 million deaths and 21 million wounded.
See.
20 million deaths, 21 wounded.
Right.
21 men seek death, but they could not find it.
Right.
Just
Yep.
as many people died were wounded.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But they couldn't seek death.
But that's what the Lord, when you look up the characteristics of a scorpion doesn't have toxic venom.
It's lethal.
It's a lethal venom to what? A lethal venom to a point that it'll kill you. It'll cause burning sensation. It could cause
Yep.
swelling. It could cause a myriad of things.
Yeah.
Dizziness, all kind of shit,
It
right.
makes you want to die,
wanna die.
but it'll never kill you. So you would die. You would desire to.
Yeah, that's torment. That's torment. Yeah, that's torment. Yeah. That sounds like that grievous sword.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. But the scripture said that they were like scorpions.
Yeah, like scorpions, because though now more bullets are hitting you. Here it is. This one bullet went through. You possibly could have passed. Now I can put 4 holes through in that same spot.
Right.
How you gonna pass?
Scorpion.
You can't pass.
That's part of the
So
scorpion.
you bleed to death.
Yep.
It's a kind of fucking scorpion, man.
This is
Right.
Revelation 9 and verse 7.
Yep.
In the shapes of the locusts were like unto
Yeah, you can hold it up. You
horses
keep it up.
prepared
You keep
unto
it up.
battle. And on their heads were as it were crowns like gold, and their faces were as the faces of men.
Right. You talk about John is literally saying the whole image of these locusts / scorpions, and on their heads, they have faces like men, and on their heads are like crowns. So in the airplane, they would literally have the helmets of gold. Right?
Yep,
So
yep,
They would
yep.
have helmets of gold, some
Yep.
of them like silver. but
Yeah.
it was like that-
Right. What was it? What was it called? The pickle. What was it called? The pickle hub. What was the description? Yeah, the helmet called the pickle. If I'm pronouncing it correctly, I think it was like it was legit called like the pickle hub or whatnot. Right. Right. Yeah. That's it. That's
This
it.
is this is an image of one of the helmets.
That's a perfect image of it.
Yeah.
Because it said
Yep.
the faces
Gold.
like men, right? And
Yeah.
it said, the hair was long.
It says, and
Ooh,
on their heads
shit.
were
Yeah,
as
that's
it
it.
was a crown,
The crown.
like
Yep.
gold.
Like gold. That's the
And their
gold.
faces were as the faces of men.
Right. Yep. Just show you that the men was operating the planes.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
It says, and they had hair as the hair of women.
That's the hair woman.
Right there.
Yeah. It's no disputing this, man.
And their teeth were as the teeth of lions.
Right. That's the bullets. Right. The teeth of line. That was the bullets that was coming from the plane.
That's true.
The ammunition. That was the teeth of line. John saw the whole. This whole
Right.
He literally saw. So he saw the man in the locust, as the scorpion, from the gunner. That's the king. Literally saw this helmet on top of that man.
Woo. Yep.
And they had breastplates as it were breastplates of iron.
Right. Oh, so breastplates of iron, the actual material from the plane. Right.
And the sound of their wings was as the sound of chariots of many horses running to battle.
Yep.
And they had tails like
and they actually. You said it was propellers and stuff like that, and then they had mufflers, so it was like real loud.
Yeah.
They were loud, and when they came, and I think I remember seeing like an old black and white film, and they had like.
No, you can hear it.
You can hear it. You're right. Yeah.
Right.
About a helicopter now, how loud that is. Technology is 10 times better now than it was back then. So imagine how loud it was.
Yep.
Yeah, they were exactly.
Even the planes
Shit, you
that
got
be
stealth bombers now.
dropping the stuff over the gardens and stuff.
Seek death but not find it.
Right.
Yeah,
More proof.
Stepping all over.
More proof. Imagery. Yep.
It's a lot of imagery now.
Yeah.
261.
Yeah, 261. So them planes was coming, and you can hear them, man. And you imagine that's death coming, bro.
Right.
When you hear them coming, because remember it said don't hurt no grass, don't hurt any of the trees.
Right.
They coming for you. Yeah, don't hurt. It's like they coming for you, man. You know what I'm saying? That, like to actually have that image of like being there and seeing death literally come for you is literally nothing you can do.
Exactly.
That's the power of that John saw in the scriptures. See the iron. This is what I want to bring this picture up because it said breastplates of iron.
Yep.
Look how that plane is built.
Right.
So he saw his images right after talking about the man with the long hair on the helmet of gold, and then went straight into talking about the breastplates of iron. These are the types of images that he claims all the things that he saw.
Yep.
Verse 10. And they had tails like unto scorpions.
Right, we read that.
And there were stings in their tails. Yep. And their power was to hurt men 5 months.
Right, and we know that 5 months. We're talking about World War I for 5 years, all the way from 1914.
Yep.
And in a book, it actually shows you 1914 to 1919. The beginning of the war. If you go to back to page 14, right? Because this is actual facts.
Right.
There's no disputing this stuff.
Right.
All right. These things are written. They're written in the Bible, right? But Esau has books out there, history books like this that show you. What does it say?
That complement the scriptures. Yep.
Right here in the green, it shows you before 1914, everything was all good. 1914, it starts getting yellowish, like to a reddish color, right? That's 1914. When you go at the end of this book, it's going to show you the very end, and it's that everything, it was victory after that, after 1919, right? It's showing you that.
That was the first war.
Yep.
Verse 11. And they had a king over them,
Yep.
which is the angel of the bottomless pit, which angel is referring to messenger. Whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue has his name Apollyon.
Right. Yep.
Verse 10. And they had tails like unto scorpions, and there were stings in their tails. And their power was to hurt men 5 months. And they had a king over them, which is an angel of the bottomless pit.
This is the king.
That's the king.
Yep,
Kaiser
that's
will
it.
him a second, right? And this man, right? And Kaiser means Caesar too, by the way. Showing you they're spiritual and how spiritual Esau is when it comes to following their legacy.
Right.
King and emperor,
And he was a
Yeah.
king.
he literally was.
It says it. I mean, if you want, bros can read it to his enemies.
Yup, you can read that.
Yep.
Because he was a
Just a
direct
quick
descendant.
description.
He was
Quick description. Yeah.
He's a direct descendant from the so-called royal family, right?
Yeah. To be an emperor, shit.
That is. Yeah.
He's related to the family in Britain. The British hierarchy are German. Yeah. Which one you want me to read? The top?
You can get quick to both points.
Well, it says
if you
here,
want.
Kaiser means emperor, right?
Right.
You can read that part.
Right here.
Right.
Okay, this is Smithsonian World, the Definitive Visual History, World War I. This is page 20. Kaiser Wilhelm II, in the section of on the global stage, it says, for Wilhelm, diplomacy was partly a family affair. He was a grandson of Britain's Queen Victoria on his mother's side and a cousin of Tsar Nicholas II of Russia. These blood connections were important to him, but did not necessarily imply friendship.
Yeah, so that's pretty much the point.
Right.
So he's from the immediate royal.
So he wasn't some random dude.
He wasn't some random dude because he saw they're very.
Oh yeah.
They're not spiritual, but in a sense of how they.
They do bloodline stuff real good though.
Everything's
They,
through
yeah,
bloodline.
they do that.
All those
Yeah.
nations that were fighting against each other, the top European nations in World War II, World War I, the top families of those nations, the kings of those nations were related. You know, they're family. Go ahead.
Kind of continuing on in verse 11, whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue had this name Apollyon.
Yeah, right, which means destroyer, right?
Yep.
Verse 12, one woe is past,
One woe is past.
Woo. Yeah.
and behold, there come two woes more hereafter.
One woe is past, and two woes come shortly after. What, like, think about that for a second. What do you think that really means when you hear that? Because woe means heavy amount of death and destruction and lamentations, man.
Yeah.
And what happened, right? 20 million deaths.
Right. That's the epitome of goddamn war.
Prior to that, when did
20
any?
and 20.
20
casualties, 20 fatalities, 20 wounded.
20 million.
That
20
is-
million.
That is
Yeah.
a woe.
That's a
if
woe.
I don't know
That's
what
a
it is.
woe.
That's
man.
Right.
there it is. That's it right
One
there.
woe is past.
And it didn't even, and we didn't even mention the 9 million civilians that got killed too.
Oh,
Wow.
shit.
Yeah.
Well,
God,
hurt not
civilians.
the grass or the trees, right? To
Yeah.
kill people, literally, right? So one woe is past, two more woes coming thereafter. World War II came shortly after, right?
Yeah.
Only a couple decades. Well, not even,
Not
like a
even.
decade and a half, maybe.
Like some people would say 36, 39.
Yeah, because it ended what, 48? Or
45.
45? Yeah. So, that's quick. And now look how quick we are. Now from 1950, pretty much, over to 20.
And now they're talking about World War III.
And now they're talking about World War III.
And more than twice, it was more than twice the deaths.
In
Damn
World
near
War
more
II?
than 3 times the deaths in World War II than
No
World War I.
way.
It was
So there's no woes prior to that would even match that.
No.
There's no way.
But what it's saying Daniels about never such has been a time on the
Right. It's like, no, it's gonna be worse, man.
Each one was worse than the other.
Yeah.
I think the third one's gonna be.
Right. Right. Nuclear, bro.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
on,
nuclear
man.
missile, that's millions of people.
Billions.
Down from one missile.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
They got them everywhere.
Right. Warrior. Right.
And the bunch of them.
24 verse 6.
One rocket.
And ye shall hear of wars.
Hold on, because y'all was trying to give him specific signs to look out for
Right.
before he made his return.
Right.
Specific signs to look out before he made his return. We just read that one woe has passed and 2 more coming after.
Verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Well, wars and rumors of wars. What have we been hearing about for the past? I mean, shit. It's been the past few, I'll say past year. Right?
Yeah.
But it's been,
Longer. Yeah.
it's
Long.
been
Yeah.
longer.
Cause shit, it escalated in 2020 with the kill the Iranian general.
Right.
Yeah. It should just been escalating every month.
But now, wars and rumors of wars are not prevalent more than anything.
Right.
ever
Yeah,
right
man.
now.
Yeah. It's
literally
every month, every
surpassed
week.
Pretty much any, all right, so we're talking about it's like all the major currencies, right? And we can get Hopper too. So all the major policies are all coming to pass. Talking about the dollar collapse,
Right.
The currency, the economical global collapse of the economy. World War III, wars and rumors of wars. Wasn't there a big ass earthquake that just
7.0, 7.6, something like that.
right? Because when you read
Like
up,
an 8.1, one was like 8.7, I thought.
Cool.
It was like 60,000
well, I know the
people.
officer said.
You're talking about the one in Turkey? Well, no, there was another one after that.
Yeah.
It was a 7.1 earthquake that happened like last week.
Excuse me.
This is Matthew 24 and verse 4. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am a Mashiach,
We see that happening now.
and shall deceive many.
We see that happening now.
And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom.
Yeah, nation against nation. There's gonna be race riots out here all over the place. Kingdom versus kingdom. That's all the major kingdoms that's going on here in the world. All the people that are in power. Russia and Iran versus America, right? Kingdom against kingdom. And China.
Look at the Sudan.
Right.
Look at the Sudan. Look at Ethiopia. And that's prophesied in Ezekiel that Ethiopia with them. The Sudanians, or if you call them that, the Sudanese, the Ethiopians, the majority of them are Cushites and Arabs.
Yeah.
And there shall be famines and pestilence.
Well, hold on, famines, right?
It's famine.
What's going on right now?
We finna step into that. Godly. That's about to happen, man.
Yeah, I actually did a lesson about it. A guy speaks. We were talking about how the whole Midwest, where the scriptures talk about the blasting and the hail. You know what I'm saying? So all those storms and Esau's trickery. The storms destroyed stuff, and whatever was left over, Esau came through and he destroyed it, right? So all that stuff is destroyed. Now we're getting a lot of our goods from other countries. But when this first war pops off, that first bullet flies, because wars and rumors of wars, I was gonna say wars and rumors of wars, it's like me and you talking shit. I'm gonna whoop his ass. Oh, I'm gonna whoop his ass. I'm gonna whoop his ass. I'm gonna whoop his ass. How long you gonna keep on talking before somebody throw the first blow? Right. You know what I'm saying? It's only a matter of time before somebody, man, shut up. And then after that, it's gonna go. When that first bullet fly, America is done. It is done. Like no food, financial collapse, and then it talks about the water. The water's gonna stop running.
That's what's really gonna fuck us
Yeah,
up.
because and you can't really drink the water; it's contaminated. It's a damage, right?
That's taking place now.
Right.
A lot of the resources that usually fit into food and farming and things of that sort is going to be ultimately supplied to the military.
Yeah,
so that's a part of the reason famine going to happen. Any war, you seen it in the German war, you seen it in World War II. You know, a lot of them people starved, man.
No, that's true.
Continuing on, it says, in earthquakes in diverse places.
So these are the signs Yahweh Shai told us to look out for before he came back. They're literally all happening simultaneously.
It's happening
right now on biblical scale, might I add. Because people will tell you all the time. You'll hear it from your family members, you hear it from your friends.
Right.
Fucking scientists. Well, you know, we've always had earthquakes on the scale of, you know, and they put their fucking... I read a...
Right. That's what they're gonna say.
That's ABC News that said floods on biblical proportions.
Right.
When have they ever really used verbiage like that?
Yeah, why are they saying
Because the scripture said in Daniel chapter 12 that it's going to be a time before that you've never seen before.
Never seen before, man.
If I could add real quick, but you don't hear on the news about all the active volcanoes.
Yeah.
You don't hear that. The volcanoes all across the world are now all of a sudden active. You know what I'm saying? Do you know how much destruction a volcano can blot out the sky, and it can cause a massive earthquake? You know what I'm saying? And these are happening. I think it's Indonesia, one of their biggest volcanoes is now active, is spewing out smoke. And they're talking about the caldera in Yellowstone Park is becoming active. And I don't know if y'all know about the caldera in Yellowstone Park. It's a flat mouth of a volcano, and the whole entire park is a caldera. So if that thing go out, I mean, I'm saying, like, it's a lot going on right now that you ain't even hearing about.
Right.
And even with famines, America's still living deliciously, but a lot of these other countries, that prophecy is being fulfilled throughout the whole horn of Africa, throughout the Middle East, where it's war-torn in Syria. They're going through famines. They don't have consistent, they have hyperinflation.
Right.
They don't have consistent food, man. So the famines are taking place right now.
Right. Yep.
Revelation chapter 9 and verse 13. And the sixth angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar, which is before the Most High, saying to the sixth angel, which had the trumpet, loose the four angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates.
And the four angels, right? We know that's the angels on the right hand side, Yahweh Shai, man, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You got Michael, Uriel, Gabriel, and Raphael, right? And in that area, what would it say?
It says,
The last part.
Yep,
it says,
Euphrates.
saying, verse 14, saying to the sixth angel which had the trumpet, loose the 4 angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates.
Right, and that's over in the Levant region, right? So
Yep.
the Middle East.
Yep.
And there's a zoomed in picture, so right
That's the
underneath.
River Euphrates.
Yep.
Syria, Iraq, goes into Turkey. Euphrates River.
That is a
Yep.
huge
That's
river.
how it should pop, huh?
Yeah.
That's what-
We
that's
read
what
it
that
again.
battle-
Read it
that's
one more
what that
time,
battle's gonna
exciting.
be fought.
Shot.
This is
Oh,
Revelation
pull it closer,
9
a little
and
closer.
verse 14.
Yahweh Shabbat.
Yeah, there we go.
Saying to the sixth angel,
Yeah, Yahweh Shabbat, right?
Yep.
The valley of the Lord's judgment, right? That major war that's going to break out in that area right there is going to
Yep.
be a lot of heavy military death, man.
Yep.
Right? Yahweh
Yep.
Shah's going to come back and he's going to zap.
Yeah, that's where it's gonna start.
Is
Yeah.
that
Right.
Ezra's 13? Is that where Ezra? Second Ezra's 13?
Yeah, when Yahweh shall return. Yeah. Right.
Well, he want to put him on the death. He gonna
Right.
zap.
Well, yeah. Going to the yet they durst fight.
Revelation,
Yeah.
He said he should not meet me as a man.
Right.
Revelation 1 and 7 said that behold, he cometh with clouds, and every
Right.
shall see him.
Yep.
And all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him.
Woo. Yep.
That's going to
Exactly.
be in that area right there.
Yep.
You read from top of that.
Fine. This is Revelation 9 and verse 14. Saying to the sixth angel which had the trumpet, loose the 4 angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. And the 4 angels were loose, which were prepared for an hour, in a day, in a month, in a year, for to slay the third part of man.
Right. And the third part of man is that's Esau. Right?
Yeah.
Because the third part of man is Esau, because we got 2 classes of men on the earth. Right? We got the men of the Heavenly Father, right? Which they call the children of God.
Yep.
That's the Hebrew Israelites, the so-called blacks, Native Americans, and Latinos. Right? Then you got the second class, which is the other nations.
Yep.
Right? The
Sons of man. Yep. Yep.
And then you got the sons of the wicked,
Right.
which is Esau.
Yep.
And Matthew 13:38. Matthew 13:38. You got those 3 classes of men. So that third part of men is talking about Esau.
Right.
Right? Now, they're not all going to be put to death because you got to put them in slavery.
Yeah.
Gotta reproduce.
This is Matthew 13 and verse 38. The fields is the world, and the good seed are the children of the kingdom.
See, that's the sons of God. Right? Tell you.
But the tares are the children of the wicked one.
Ooh, the sons of the wicked. The tares. You know who the tares are. Tares are, you might see somebody look like a so-called black man, but they Edomite.
Right.
Right? That's considered a tare.
Lenny Kravitz is a good example of that.
I don't know about the graphic, I'm not sure. But the angels,
The next verse gonna say
they
it.
don't reveal that. And Matthew,
Or the Matthew 13 and 49. So like
Matthew 13:40.
49. I'm saying the angels gonna severe the
Oh,
wicked.
yeah, talk about the
Yeah.
tares, yup.
Matthew-
Because it's not up to, well, the brother was talking about Matthew because the angels are going to be actually sift out
Yeah.
the wheat from the tares.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We have our speculations on who we believe are Hebrew Israelites that look like so-called white people.
Right.
That look like so-called Chinese people
Right.
like Bruce Lee and stuff like that.
Right.
But ultimately, it's going to be up to the angels. They know who is to attack
Right.
and who not to attack.
Right.
You know
That's
what
why
I'm
you can't judge somebody on their skin color.
saying? Exactly.
Right.
You can't be like, oh, that's an Edomite, I'm gonna treat him a certain way. No, he could be an Israelite.
Right.
And he could be highly valued to the Lord.
And he could be of the elect.
Yeah.
You never know.
I got a 16.
If at all possible, be at peace with all men.
Yeah, come on. You don't know who might be sitting
Yep. Try spirit by the spirit.
Yeah, right.
This Revelation 9 and verse 16. And the number of the armies of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them.
Yeah, good. The number 200,000, that's 200 million nuclear missiles, man. ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missiles. Over 200 million missiles are going to hit here in Atlanta and all parts of the United States of America.
Right.
But not just here, all over the world, but mainly
Yeah.
primarily here in America. You know what I'm saying?
That shows you she like it, bro. She
No,
like
you
it.
good, bro. No,
That
you
shows you that America is ruled by Edomites because the third part of man are Edomites. But who rules America?
Right.
The so-called white man.
Right.
You see?
Exactly.
That's why it said the third part of man is going to be destroyed, because this is the citadel of the Edomite nation.
That's
Yep.
right.
The citadel of the Edomites.
Yep. And if I can add to your point too, I know brothers always harp on the point too concerning the missiles and the warheads. That one missile can hold multiple warheads. So that number, for those that scoff and that mock, that number of 200 million is realistic. Because one missile, it can hold more than 10 warheads, 90 warheads. So,
More than that, and then
right.
missile you don't know about.
Right.
You never heard of.
Right.
So,
So, yeah.
But it's not going to be Russian shooting missiles over here.
Right.
That's the thing,
All
man.
everybody.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
And Bush was right when he was like, he said he was looking for weapons of warfare for mass destruction. He was right about that. He tried to say he was, they ain't got no weapons for them. Nah, they got them. They got them. And they ain't just Russia because,
You're right.
because the Lord said so in the scripture.
Exactly. Yep. That's it.
This is Joel 2 and 4, and it says, the appearance of them is as the appearance of a horse,
Yep.
and as the horsemen, so shall they run.
Talk about those missiles flying through the air.
And it says, like the noise of the chariot on the tops of the mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as the strong people set in a battle array.
Right. And so our horses going to be, going to be doing that.
Right,
Something
exactly.
Like that.
Right,
It's,
So like did you start read verse 2 on it?
Go on. Yeah, that's a good one too. This is Joel 2 and 2, and it says, and the day of the Lord, and Slack it. I'm gonna start at 1. Start at 1. Yeah, it says, this is Joel 2 and 1. It says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. Verse 2.
Yeah, I mean, day of the Lord coming. That when Yahushua already told you to look out for before he comes. You see it clearly happening right now, right? And we're in Congress that's out here,
Right.
sounding that trumpet in Zion to you so-called blacks and Americans Latino. The mountain is coming, which is Yahushua. The power, mountain is representation of power, right? And Yahushua is the ultimate power after Heavenly Father. And Zion is us, man. So-called black and American Latinos.
Verse 2, it says, a day of darkness.
That day is coming. Day of darkness. That's coming, right? The whole earth shall wail because of him.
Right.
And it says, and of gloominess, a day of clouds, and of thick darkness.
And clouds and thick darkness. Ain't gonna be no sunshine. Ain't no sunshine when it's on. Nah.
No power.
Ain't no sunshine when it's on, man. Well, it ain't gonna be, during that time it's gonna be pure darkness, man. You know what I'm saying? Because when you read about the plagues in Egypt, it was so dark they could feel it, they could taste it. You know what I'm saying? It was like you could cut it. That's how dark it was. It's gonna be dark like that. And then this was gonna block it like in 2300. They talk about the arrow blotting out the sun.
Right.
This is gonna make it dark too. And Yahushua with the big ass chariot and the angels with their chariots, it's gonna be dark and gloomy.
Right.
Literally.
And it says, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there has.
That's how that locust used to sound.
A great people and a strong, there hath not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after.
That's it right there, because it said, if you reread it, when you talk about that morning dew, because that great people was talking about the missiles. All right, so reread that verse again.
Don, this is Joel 2 and 2. It says, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains. A great.
Just like you wake up in the morning, first you step outside, you look at the grass, in your car or a window, you see the dew, wetness on it.
Right.
The spread is everywhere. All right. The scripture just compared the missiles to that.
Woo.
All right, because the brother made the point about how these people like to scoff and say 200 million missiles. That's impossible. But how does dew cover the whole earth then?
Right.
That's possible.
Right.
See, like a lot of people just like to put the Lord in a box.
Yeah.
And think that He can't do miracles, man. The Lord is the creator of all things.
Yep.
Even if the missiles didn't have 200 or however many warheads on one, the Lord is still send 200 million single missiles if He wanted to.
Right. Exactly. Yep.
You know, that's what these people gotta realize, man.
Right.
And if I can add, man, that's such a minuscule thought because I mean something as simple as a car, right?
Right.
It's more than 200 million cars in the world. It's more than 200 million houses in the world. Hey, regular military arsenal, they got more than 200 million regular missiles that they shoot. What's make you think that they ain't got that many missiles, man?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's very simple. Everything that this devil creates, he creates a bunch of, especially when it comes to destructive force. And they have the resources to do it. Exactly.
They mean.
Right.
But they have America has $1 trillion military budget. You gotta understand, America got nuclear missiles in different parts of the earth. What makes you think, if your small imagination, what makes you think the Lord won't hijack the missiles? The missiles can be hijacked. In the different provinces of the earth can be shot on America.
Yep.
Y'all remember that movie Terminator?
Yeah.
Skynet? Hey, I can hit you with this. AI taking over, man. AI is taking over. Y'all remember them little DigiNets? There are now people that are getting AI companions, right? That literally think they can have conversations, and these AIs are running networks of things. Who's to say that the Lord will take over that AI and make them shoot up missiles, man? Who's to say that? It's easy.
If you read in Joel, I think it's the 7th verse. It said they're not gonna break ranks.
Yeah.
Right.
Nothing's gonna shoot those missiles down. Ain't no missile defense system. It ain't gonna be that.
Yeah. They gonna hit their target. Yep.
Wasn't it, because I know a brother sharing in the chat that a kid exposed military information through, what is it?
Bishop said those
Yeah, right. To access that information. Okay, this is Revelation 9 and verse 17. And it reads, and thus I saw the horses in division, and them that sat on them having breastplates of fire, and jerky, and brimstone. And the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions.
Yeah. So heads of horses are heads of lions because within those missiles we got all like the officers were actually bringing out multiple warheads.
Time. It continues on. It says, out of their mouth issue fire and smoke and brimstone.
The lions breathe fire or blow fire out their mouth. Horses breathe fire or blow fire out their mouth. No. So horses and lions don't breathe fire out of their mouth like that. Fire breathing dragon. So it's clearly something else. John is talking about something else, man. Yeah, so he's talking about the missiles, man. Right? Within the missile, there's like a cap, and within it is multiple warheads, and that is what carries that fuego, man, that fire, that shit that when it hit, it's gonna be fire and brimstone.
Fine, continuing on, verse 18, it says, by these three was the third part of man killed.
All right, we went over that third part of man, right? You got the sons of the Most High, you got the sons of man, and you got the sons of the wicked, which is Esau. Sons of the Most High are the so-called blacks, Native Americans, Latinos that make up the 12 tribes of the Hebrew Israelites. Sons of man is all the other nations, not mentioned, which we call heathen, right? Which just means not a man that's not an Israelite. And then you got sons of the wicked, which is what we went over in Matthew 13:38, right? They are the sons of the wicked. That so-called white man whose nationality and biblical name is Esau, right? Meaning Ishashua, meaning wasted away his feet, right? Had his name laid chains of Edom, which means bread man. I just saw a woman just walk up the street looking like that damn Toyota over there. She was bright red, man. Yeah, no big deal. The blood showed forth through their skin, man.
Yep.
That's just what it is. That's what right?
Yeah.
We call it spade a spade.
Yeah.
Well, in this sense, diamond and diamond, because they're red, right? But these are not dynasty. Yeah, continue.
Continuing on, by the fire and by the smoke and by the brimstone which issue out of their mouths.
Right. So horses and lions don't issue fire out of their mouth. John the Revelator is talking about missiles, man. Over 200 million missiles, warheads, ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missiles are going to hit America and destroy this place, turn it into a desolation.
Right.
This is following the destruction. This is guns. This is the book of Psalms. This is the book of Psalms. I believe this is 149. Psalms 149 in the 6th verse. It says, "Let the high praises of God be in their mouth." Speaking of the elect, the nation of Israel. It says, "And a two-edged sword in their hand." This will be granted to us through Yahweh Shemashah, not by our own will.
Right.
Verse 7, it says, "To execute vengeance upon the heathen," which are the other nations, which is that other part of man, the sons of man. All right, the dead is written about in the book of Revelation. It says the dead shall not live until another 1,000 years.
Right.
The dead is speaking of the heathen nations. It says to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye Yahweh. You know, and so this honor to bind the noblemen, the kings, the president, the different central banker authorities of these different nations. This honor to do this and to bring forth judgment on them and bring forth the earth into equilibrium will be granted unto the elect of the nation of Israel, which indeed are the saints. You know? That's going to take place after the destruction.
This Revelation 9 and 19. For their power is in their mouth and in their tails, for their tails were like unto serpents, and had heads, and with them they grew hurt.
So the fire coming from behind the missile, like look like a damn rocket, you know, and then it hurts. When they damn are they gonna hurt? Because niggas think that they can just get hit by a missile. It's like, oh, I just splattered to pieces. I ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, quick.
When that shit hit, yo, that radiation and all that heat coming from up that missile, when it like in the movie Terminator. Yeah, with Sarah Connor when she was hanging on to the fence and she was going like this and it was burning her the whole goddamn time.
It's gonna be worse than that. See, Jake just got an imagination. Jake got an imagination, but it's really the Lord just gonna let you burn. The Lord gonna leave your spirit in there.
Right,
You think
exactly.
on a practical, carnal level, like no, nigga, like you about to get judged. It's
Right.
a final judgment. You
Right.
don't feel that, bro.
Right.
And time is in the Lord's hand.
Yeah, exactly.
He said, late for fire. Right. You'll be swimming in that shit.
Like they say,
Yep.
you ever do a 3-minute round of boxing, that shit feel like an hour.
Exactly.
So imagine, you know, a 50-foot lake of fire. You know?
It's always the worst things that take the longest to happen.
Right.
That's why they talk about like that quick gratification and things like
Yeah.
that. Nah, it's always
Like when you had that long day. It was a long ass fucking day.
But
Right.
But I bet you as soon as you get that paycheck, that should be going.
Right.
Anything happening good gonna happen fast.
Right.
That bad
Fast
shit,
weekend, yeah,
that
right.
Evil from bad times, that should take forever.
Yeah.
Continuing in verse 20, and the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues, yet repented not for the works of their hands, that they should not worship devils and idols of gold and silver and brass and stone and of wood, which neither can see nor hear nor walk.
Yeah, those are false idols, man. So they gonna go back to their religion, right? They gonna go back to their religion and it's gonna be basically, all them statues that they set up, that big ass Caesar border they had in Brazil, right? You go pray to them, but they gonna be, oh my God, and Jesus Christ, but nobody gonna come and save them.
That's why the elect man, we're gonna have to bind the kings and the noblemen because they still gonna be worshiping idols.
Right.
They're not gonna learn their lesson. Oh, America's destroy old Israelites are right. No, they gonna still do what the fuck they want to do.
Right.
So we have to come down and put them in their place.
Yep.
Verse 21, neither repented they for their murders, nor their sorceries, nor their fornication, nor of their thefts.
I mean, well, they can't repent anyways, right? That's hey, get Hebrews
Yep.
12, verse 16.
Yep.
Yep. They can't repent anyways, right? Because what's going to happen is they're going to go into slavery, right? Like you said, they look over dying, and then it's going to be utterly destroyed so that evil no longer goes forth throughout the world.
Yep.
That's what's going to happen. But the law, statutes, and commandments for repentance, in order to break the sin, what is the law? What is the law? I mean, what is the sin? It's transgression of the law, right? And who was the law given to?
Right, only the Israelites.
The so-called blacks, Native Americans, Latinos, they weren't given the law, so they can't transgress. Now, what they do is evil, so they're gonna get punished for that.
Right.
They got the records now, but they still saying, I don't give a damn about the Lord's records.
Right, exactly.
So that's why you're gonna be confused.
Yeah, it ain't the fact that you're breaking the laws, it's the fact that you're fucking evil.
Yeah, you're
Right.
And
Yeah, by nature, yep.
Yeah, because y'all, but that if I say you touch the apple of his eye, you can get that, bro. But you can't repent.
16.
All right, this is Hebrews chapter 12, verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau.
Profane means outside the temple, right? Anything unholiness, that nigga gonna set it up. We were speaking about earlier, all the things that he set up. Homosexuality is on the brink of the earth right now. Goddamn running rampant all over the goddamn place. You don't know, you can't, it's crazy that you see actual conversation between people about it's rather a woman is a woman. Yeah. This shit is weird, yo. Like you know, well, who was born with a penis. Like, how are you having conversations like this?
Right.
Esau set this up. No profane person as Esau, where Job basically said, I won't even let these niggas eat with my dogs.
Damn. Fat,
right?
bro.
You can tell me.
We know we take care of our goddamn pet.
They said, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright?
Has no honor, doesn't care about the heritage. So if you don't care about it, you ain't gonna inherit it.
Mm-hmm.
For ye know how that afterwards, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected.
Right. So carefully with right?
Right.
And the
right.
Scripture, verse 20 in Revelation 9, it said he gave him like repentance. He didn't care. Just like here, when he had got caught out on giving away his blessing, all he did was cry. He ain't really go like, he wasn't really, he didn't repent for it.
Right.
He didn't really want it and feel like, why did I do that? He didn't feel hurt.
Right.
It's the same way he felt in Revelation chapter.
The same way they speak about reparation, like, man, nigga, we ain't really about to get y'all. You know, it is what it is. That's a topic though that continues to come up. You know.
Well, Psalms 10 and 10, he crouches and humbles himself.
Right.
You know, but hey, bro, that's the lesson, bro. Willing, edify. I'm let another burn through the spirit.
Come. Yeah. Bro, like holding the song.
I'm gonna just pick back up what a brother picked up. Someone get Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 22. Yeah, because we in this wicked society, man. And one of the, like you said, we having conversations about things we shouldn't have conversations about. Whether a woman is a woman, whether a man is a man.
Right.
It's all the more reason why this society has to be destroyed. There's a reason why it's called Babylon, man. There's nothing but confusion going on.
Right. Exactly. Yep.
I got a quick one for you.
And that goes to the Hebrew word for Babylon, babal, means confusion. Yep.
It says, this Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 32. The wicked is driven away in his wickedness, but the righteous have hope in his death. So the righteous, being really the elect of Israel, have hope in this damn devil's death, because we understand the authority that we will be put under when Esau is taken out of power. Right. All right, we're going to be subject to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. That's why we gonna rejoice in his death. You know, when the outsider may hear that, you guys are evil. You're weak, but we rejoicing in the death of the wicked. Right. In the ancient times, when they used to stone, the people came out and seen it.
Right.
They used to come out and want to watch the wicked be stoned. That's how far removed we are from the scriptures, man.
Right.
Salem witch trials and things like that.
Oh yeah.
To, watch people burn alive.
Yep.
This society, hangings.
Yep.
But this society is so far from righteousness, man.
Mm-hmm. Right.
that hey, it's high time, man.
Right.
You know?
This society's so damn soft
So soft, man.
and political.
This is wisdom of Solomon 14:22. Moreover, this was not enough for them, that they erred in the knowledge of Yahweh Shem Shah. But whereas they live in the great war of ignorance, those so great plans called they peace. Right? These people dwell in ignorance. People of America, they love ignorance, and they love fake people. They love lies. When you go in and tell these people, hey, you're not supposed to be celebrating Easter. It's for the kids. You know you're not supposed to be celebrating Christmas. It's for the kids. Leave them alone. Let them have it. You know? Nah, that's ignorance. You know? These things are gonna get you destroyed.
Yeah.
When we told you to go in, don't take the jab. You know? You people, oh man, they told everybody to get it. You know? I'm gonna lose my job. Who told you not to do it?
Well, they was calling us the wicked for not taking it.
Exactly.
Yep.
They were demonizing us.
Right.
They were crazy.
Right.
know?
Right.
And now people are dropping dead, man.
Yep.
Healthy people, man.
Right.
You know?
Right. Exactly. The top people, the top athletes, bodies in the best condition. You know.
That's why the scripture says the Lord giving them up to their own lust. Man.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Solomon 14:23.
Y'all might have to read it up too, cause damn cars loud as hell too. You know.
For which they slew their children in sacrifices, or used secret ceremonies, or made rebellions of strange rites. Right. And around every corner in the inner city, there's places where you can slay your children.
Yep.
You know, there's abortion clinics, man.
Yep.
You know, and who is the biggest aborter of children?
Black woman.
The so-called black woman, man. All right.
Oh, they just had it. I just seen the post that came out. They created like a box, like a mail drop box for children. Like you just walk up to it and just drop the baby in.
That's
Yeah.
all.
I think there was a statistic. I think it's like 2021, 2022. It's something like 65 million abortions happened.
Yep.
It's a curse. You know? And this is still going on. And
Yep.
You can do this. People protest to do this, man.
Yeah.
You know, no one bats an eye.
I can make a quick point. You know, in the old days, it used to be a shameful thing for you not to be able to bear children.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Today's women, they have the liberty to make children, but they still don't appreciate the fact that they can.
Yeah. Yeah.
It used to be the disgrace not to have kids.
Yeah. We can get that account too. Yeah. Exactly. Genesis. Yeah. Or it's either one. Whoever's bearing.
Nowadays, they got their children. Mothers don't even have their children. The fathers take care of the children. These women don't really care about the children. You got deadbeat moms. You gonna be a deadbeat mom.
Right. You held the child 9 months. You should be closer to it.
Right. The scripture speaks about how a woman can't forget her sucking child. You know?
Right.
How can you do that, man?
Should I? Count for matter of fact, you can grab it if you want. First Samuel 1. And you start at like 27. It's kind of easy.
This is 1 Samuel 1:27. It reads, "For this child I prayed, and the Lord, the Heavenly Father, hath given me my petition which I asked of him." It's like,
What woman you know in this year is praying to the Lord for a child?
Right.
They, if anything, they're praying to Jesus to not have one.
Right. Right.
You know, that's how opposite this society is from the scriptures, man.
Right.
That's why
Yep.
the Lord is coming to establish authority, man, from our women, all the way from our women to our children.
Yeah.
It's totally against the scriptures, man.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
The women bringing up the scriptures say the women shall bring forth monstrous children. You know, because why? Because they kicking the man out the house and they trying to raise a child or a man by themselves, man. All right, the scriptures say Hannah. This is Hannah speaking. which was, I believe it was one of Samuel's wives. She was praying to the Lord to have a child, man.
Yeah. Or Sam, I think that's Samuel. Is that Samuel's mother? Is what? Is what? Is that Samuel's mother? Yeah, that's Samuel's mother. Yeah, she was praying to have him. You know. Yep. And that's how he got his name. Cause her prayer was heard. And then yep, Shema wa Allah. Yep.
Therefore also I have lent him to the heavenly Father. As long as he liveth, he shall be lent to the heavenly Father, and he worshiped the heavenly Father there. So, basically, the Lord knew you before you were in your mother's womb. And you got women who are, they don't care about that, man.
Yeah.
We know the elect is gonna be here regardless.
Yep.
All right, they're gonna be born regardless. All right, but who knows? How the number of times those spirits had to go back.
Yeah.
And she said she gave him over to the Lord because he was the firstborn.
Yep.
See, so she gave Samuel over to the Lord, man.
Now he was important.
Yeah.
Now imagine if she was just like, I don't want this baby. She would have put him in the box.
Right.
There would be what would the story be? Solomon 14:24. They kept neither lives nor marriages. Right. Not keeping lives or marriages. All right, everybody's on social media, not keeping their life, in other people's businesses, just
right. Shade room.
Yeah.
Say cheese.
Everybody's gossip, and we can't, there is no marriages in the so-called Negro, Latino, and Hispanic. Communities, man.
Right.
Native American communities, man.
Right.
The so-called black woman is probably the least desirable of all women on the planet Earth to marry, man.
Yeah. Facts.
So, you got it. If I can add to your point, the divorce rates are high right now.
Yep.
And who's leaving? The women are leaving the relationship.
And Esau incentivized that.
Oh yeah.
Your woman leave you, she get half of everything you own. She get alimony. She take your house and your kids. And these women will just leave, man.
Yep.
They did a statistic. Kevin Sanders talked about how before, if a woman divorces, she didn't get anything.
Right. That's biblical. Yeah, that's biblical.
Yeah. As soon as they start giving her things, she just leave whenever she wants to, because a woman is emotional, man. Whenever she don't feel happy, she'll just leave.
You got it. Real quick, Sirach 25:25. Give the word of no passage, either a wicked woman liberty to get abroad.
Right. You got a bunch of women in this society just getting abroad, man. Just wicked. The scripture speaks about how the woman can't see.
Yep.
Kept neither lives nor marriages any longer undefiled, but either one slew another treacherously or grieved him by adultery. And you got, look at Chicago. Look at all these little cities. It's nothing but, Jake killing Jake. Yeah. Esau killing Esau. That's going on too.
Yeah.
It's not on the news, but these Edomites get down too.
Right.
There's more guns in America than people. So this scripture is living, man. So that there reign in all men without exception blood, manslaughter, theft, and dissimulation, corruption, unfaithfulness, to most perjury. Yeah, that's what's promoted in this society.
Yep.
People praise people who speak this way, man. Who do these things, commit these wicked acts, man.
Right. Celebrities, the rappers.
Yep, the rappers. Disquieting of good men, right. Forgetfulness of good terms. Right, here it is. When Kevin Samuels died, which we don't think he's a good man. Just some of the things that he was saying.
Well, on point. On point with the scriptures.
Right, on point.
And he backed it up with statistics.
Right.
You can't argue with the
facts.
right? And then you got Jerry Springer died yesterday, and everybody was in an uproar, man. That's disquieting of good men.
Right.
You know, you promoting what? Chaos, man.
Yeah.
That's all Jerry Springer was, chaos. Man.
Yeah, this nigga.
Fake anyway.
It was
Fake.
fake. It was scripted. And they were all into it, but that's what I said.
All
These
into
people
it.
love fake. They love fake.
They love fake shit.
This is Isaiah 5:20. Woe to them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
When we try to correct these people, you know, they revile us, man. Yeah. You know, they look at us as, like you said, they look at us as like we weak. You know, here it is. We trying to tell you it's a sword coming. The Op just beautifully brought out, you know, how World War III is approaching, man.
Right.
And we the wicked ones. They gonna try to get us off the street.
Right.
You know, we're promoting hate. You know.
Amos 5:10. They hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speak upright. Yep. Right. So they hate him that rebuketh in the gate, man. You know, in the old times the prophets were hated. You know, these are the same spirits coming back today. If they could, these people, they'll kill us, man.
Right.
You know, they were Jerusalem. Those that killed them.
Right.
It's coming to that time.
Yep.
The scripture speaks about how your enemies is going to be those are the
Yeah.
you know, neighbors.
People that's already familiar with us.
People that's already seen you. They know exactly what you do.
Right.
You know, they might pass by the camp every week.
Right.
Hey, those are the guys that was out there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I got one for you.
Got it?
This Proverbs chapter 9 and verse 7. He that reproveth a scorner giveth to himself shame, and he that rebuketh a wicked man getteth himself a blot. When you go into that word blot, it's basically like a bad name or bad reputation. And that's the same thing that they did to Yahweh Shai. So we expect that. That's one thing you can't do. You can't get around what the scriptures say. So we expecting you to hate us. When it comes, we like, oh, we already knew that.
Right.
You know, they did the same thing to Yahweh Shai.
Right.
You know, that's why the accounts is in the scriptures, man. We
Exactly.
read over and we relate it to our daily lives.
Right. Because what they're written for our learning. Right.
So when we read these accounts over and over and over again, when the time comes, man, you won't even flinch.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Hey,
like
Lord willing.
jump shots in the gym.
Right.
Man.
Yeah.
You know, it's like shooting jump shots in the gym, man.
Right.
When the game comes, it's nothing.
Right.
You know, so we coming into those times of persecution, man. You know.
Yep. Oh, I had a precept for you too.
The falling of souls, changing of kinds, disorder in marriages, adultery, shameless uncleanliness. Right. The Lord told us that He would put the woman over the man anyway. Yeah. You know, so there's disorder in our homes.
Right. It's prophecy. It been fulfilled.
Yeah.
I had a precept for you too, Salaki. This shit, if I can get to it. This is Mark. This is Mark chapter 4, verse 19. It says, Mark chapter 4, verse 19. And the cares of this world and the deceitfulness of riches and the lust of other things entering in choketh the word, and it becometh unfruitful. And then also in the previous, I'm gonna go to verse 17. So like it, Mark chapter 4, verse 17, because you mentioned persecution. Yeah. All right, it says they have no root in themselves and so endure, but for a time. Right. Afterward, when affliction or persecution ariseth for the word's sake, immediately they are offended. And we know those of the circumcision, called themselves Hebrew Israelites, prophets, wearing the fringes. It's gonna be those that are not they're gonna endure, but for so long. But when that persecution coming, that's gonna tell, from the sincere from the unsincere,
Yeah,
that's it. That's it.
When the persecution, you're gonna see t-shirt Israelites.
Right.
You're gonna see.
Yeah. Like you said though, like you just repost on IG. Right. That's it. Right. We're gonna see if it's truly rooted, if it's truly sincere.
Right.
Because it's a lot of Bro, it's a lot of Israelites. It's a lot of Israelites, bro. But few are chosen.
So somebody who has stocks in a team, you know, they're real fans of that team. They want that team to do well.
Yeah.
As opposed to just a fan.
Right. They know what fate like. Nah, you don't even know what the hell.
You know? So we gonna see, man. You know?
This is from Solomon 14:27. For the worshiping of the idols not to be named in the beginning, the cause and the end of all evil. It's new idols and it's old idols. Elder Yasharama did a beautiful lesson about spirit of bodies. Alright, the cloud of bodies. And how basically these different, Orange Crush,
Free Nick.
It's basically the worship of bodies, man.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of, and there's a lot of other things, man. Elder always bring out how a lot of the wickedness here is rooted in idol worship.
Right, right.
And then they like on my way to camp, I was listening to the camp down here speak about how these people don't like to let shit go.
Oh man.
Documentary on Picnic. Right. Then they're gonna try to do this shit again. So it's like a continuous.
That's really like what's on Crush. Damn, they try to reach in Savannah. In Savannah.
Shit is dead, man.
Put the spirit out there.
Right. Right. More distraction. Yeah, doing dumb shit. Right.
Yeah, because you want to especially not focus on what's going on in the world. You really don't know. But either they are mad when they be married, or prophesy lies, or live unjustly, or else lightly forswear themselves. For inasmuch as they're trusted in idols, which have no life, do they swear falsely, yet they look not to be hurt. Howbeit, for both causes shall they be justly punished. Both because they thought not well of Yahweh Shah, giving heed unto idols, and also unjustly swore in deceit, despising holiness.
The brother brought out all the punishments that's coming toward the wicked. We're talking about thermonuclear fire. We're talking about famines. The scripture speaks about the teeth of wild beasts. Pestilence. All these things are about to take place, man. All because of what? Idol worship. Wickedness in high places.
Second 15, 5. It's in place upon the world.
Right.
Wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth.
Right.
People face up.
That's it.
Yep.
This is the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3, verse 1. It reads, "This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come." Hey, dangerous times, man. The scripture says, Ezekiel 7:5, and evil and only evil, behold, is come, bad times come. So this is not time to live around the Negro 1900 Native American Indians, and the Lord is pissed off.
Right.
What you feel like you're in agreement with, the Lord is contrary.
Right. Right.
This is the book of Jeremiah 16:9. It says, "For thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the power of Israel, behold, I will cause to cease out of this place in your eyes and in your days the voice of mirth, the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom, and the voice of the bride." And when you look up that word cease, it goes back to the Hebrew word Shabbat, which means to cease, to rest, to exterminate, destroy, to remove, to cause to fail. So that's what the Lord is going to do. This spirit of Baptist out here, man.
Right.
We're going to rejoice in the kingdom when America's done.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we're going to fuck with.
That's going to be beautiful, man.
And
right.
It's not going to be dedicated to no idols, man.
Yeah, the scripture says new heavens
and a new earth.
Wherein dwelleth righteousness.
Yep.
We're not having conversations about what a man is and what a woman is.
Yeah.
Where we're not talking about children cutting off their hands.
Yeah. But we're not even seeing, those things walk by us.
Right.
Right. We ain't gonna even have to shit Edomites if we don't want to.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, we cursed here, man. This is our slavery. This is our slavery. So we gotta work with them. You know, first early in the morning, the first thing you see is an Edomite,
Right.
or Cushite.
Right.
Yeah, just talking about bullshit. You know, nothing.
Right.
Imagine living with a rapist.
Right. Yeah. You gotta live in these boxes.
Right.
You know, no space. You know, the landlord or whoever you under is on your ass about bullshit and it don't matter.
Right.
You know? So
Right.
all of this is gonna be erased when we in the game.
Exactly. Yep.
You know? That's why the scripture tells us to hasten in that day.
Exactly.
You know, because it ain't gonna be no more of that when that time comes.
Right.
You know?
We ready to get out of this hellhole, man.
Exactly.
You know? 'Cause this place is unfruitful for us. You get a girl pregnant, man. You know,
It's a burden.
You know, that's supposed to be something that's happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can't even have it, man.
Yeah.
You know? And the scripture speaks about how a man is supposed to enjoy his children. But guess what? We're going to enjoy seeing the fall of our enemy, Lord willing, man.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
Bring that out. 2 Peter 3:7. But the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved with a fire against the day of judgment and perdition of the ungodly men. Right. And the Lord is having all these wicked men, you know, all the elites, you know, he's preserving them. Man. You know, he's preserving everything in this society, man, for fire. You know? Waiting for that time, man.
Yep.
Holding back those winds, man.
Yep. Exactly.
We're about to see it. We're about to see it take place. Lord willing, we be of the number.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
The scripture says, only with thy eyes shall thou see the destruction of the wicked.
Yep.
You know? So Lord willing, we on those chariots, man.
Yep.
Watching it go down, man. But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day. Yeah, man. Oh, that's gonna be beautiful, man. You know, hey, truly being at rest, being overtaken by blessings. You know, this is what we have to look forward to.
Right. Right.
This we endure. You know, the Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but all should come to repentance. That's why we are here. Right? You know, calling our people back toward repentance. You know, giving out the name.
Yep.
You know, to those that are sincere. You know, because that's what's going to get you. The scripture says there's no other name under heaven.
Yeah.
You know?
That's it. That's the reason why we're here.
Yeah.
We were speaking about it
Thursday
camp.
Yep.
The other serving out is we in the penitentiary.
That's right.
And you go to the word penitentiary, go back to penance. See, so 2/3 of our people is not even acknowledging their sins, not even from only this life, but their past life, and they still doing wickedness, man. And in the midst of serving out your sins, you still. So the Lord's gonna punish you.
Right.
You know.
It's like 60 days in.
Yeah. Niggas still doing the same shit. You gotta die. The Lord gotta kill you.
These niggas is in here cooking burritos, smoking weed. They got
Nigga laughing, fighting.
Nigga making hibachi.
Niggas making hibachi.
Nigga,
They didn't learn their lesson.
niggas trading with each other.
Right. They literally bought, you know, whatever was out here, they bought it in there.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the same thing. The same idols that our people had in Egypt. You know, the same thing they were doing back during those times. They brought it here.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same thing.
It's a word for it. What's the word for Jake? Like basically, like to go back to jail.
Institutionalized.
Woo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whole head is sick.
Even outside, because like we were speaking about America being our
Right.
Nigga plant, the first thing he planted in his yard is a red, white, and blue flag.
Right.
First thing he stamped that motherfucker in the yard.
Our people love America, and this place has been nothing but hell for them, man.
Right.
Since they stepped foot here, man, it's been nothing but hell, man.
Yep.
You know?
It's not our risk.
Right.
Yeah, it's not our risk.
This is 2 Peter 3:10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night,
Yep.
in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Right. And how are the elements gonna melt? You know, by thermonuclear missiles, man. You know, the brother just brought it out how all the woes have passed, man. World War I, where 40 million people were affected, man.
Right.
You know, plus the 9 million civilians. You know, and that was just the first woe.
Right.
And the second woe was worse than that. And
Right.
the third one's gonna be worse than that, man.
Right.
Well, how many, you know, we're talking about elements, man.
Yeah.
Element copper is an element. Even Jake made them. You know, you made up an element. Water, all that, man. They got bombs that can turn the water in the air into fire, man. You know. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Yeah, everything that we do in our day-to-day life, all the wickedness that these people love, it's gonna be burnt up, man. You know. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be? Right. Bible, you shop this on and get that in the knowledge.
Yeah, the blue letter, yeah. Right.
How we supposed to be conducting ourselves in this life, man? You know? Because contrary to popular belief, life is not something you're supposed to wing, man. You're not supposed to just wing it.
Right.
The scriptures were put on earth to teach you how to conduct yourself.
Order.
Yep.
Order.
Yep.
Right. Without order, there's chaos, man.
Exactly.
This is what this society is, man. Bunch of chaos, man. You know? Somebody got that? What was 2 Peter 3:11? It should be 11.
What, conversation?
Conversation.
Which means manner of life, conduct, behavior, comportment.
Right. Our manner of behavior is supposed to be separate from the world, man.
Yep.
Kadash.
Yep. Yep.
I guess.
Yep.
Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
Right.
That's right, this is the whole duty of man, you know, to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability when you come to this marvelous light.
That's a part of that conduct. You know, what it's duty. You know, this is what you're supposed to be doing. You know,
I got a little bit more. I went to the it says metaphor to conduct oneself, behave oneself.
The key word there was live. You know, what's going on in America? This is the valley of the shadow of death, man. You know, there's nothing but death, man. Everywhere you turn, man. You know, I just seen on my news feed, someone just he killed all his neighbors. You know, he killed the house full of people. Over a noise complaint. You know?
Prophecy, love and many shall wax cold, man.
There was a couple of deaths, I think like last week, where people mistaking identity. People just shooting their guns, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a I think recently this week, a man killed someone because he got the parking attendant took $40 or something, however it worked. You know, he paid him $40 when he supposed to pay him $40 and he killed him. Over $40, man.
Yo, that was the dude who was on a date.
He's on a date. Yeah, he said, "Hold on, real quick. We're gonna go kill this nigga."
Man was on a date, went to kill somebody, and went back to the date.
Wow. Ain't nothing happened.
The love of me to show wax cold, man.
And this is why, and this is the importance of what? For being a good conduct, man. It's like a teacher. Yahweh Bashim Shah is the teacher in the classroom. Man.
Right.
He's always watching. He's watching over the conduct of the classroom, man.
Right.
You know? And those that don't do right, what? They get quick judgment, man.
Yeah.
We see a judgment on a high level, man.
Right.
You know, these people dropping dead from the jab and the tip. You know, that's judgment, man.
Yeah.
So what manner of person, and then the brother brought out the nuclear fire and you know, the famine.
Yep.
What manner of persons are we to be, man?
You're right.
In these perilous times.
Right.
You know? Brothers got anything?
This is Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 5. It says, "The just Lord is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning do he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust Lord no shame." And it was an account where I think 2 Jake women just got recently put to death by another female, but they was our cousins. They pulled up to her house and, hey, Lord judged. You know, so hey. The scripture say whoever perishes being innocent. Right.
Right. Right.
It just said the unjust Lord no shame. They don't want to come back and, you know, they're not contrite. They don't feel ashamed about their weakness. Nobody's remorseful. Only the people that, you know, tired of wickedness.
Then you had that lady too that ate her baby. She ate her baby and all her neighbors act like they just went on about their business.
She ate the liver of the child.
Right. Right. Yeah.
And that's witchcraft.
Right.
That's all that African. Everybody want to be an African. You know what it means to be an African? Right. You gotta do shit like that. You gotta put your child in the fire. That's all that.
And that's why the scripture say, learn not to live in
Right.
Right.
That's right.
The Ethiopians, the Cushites circumcised their women. That's wicked. Who circumcised your women?
A lot of the black women left the church into witchcraft.
Yeah. Right.
That's heavy.
Yep.
This is Isaiah 66 and 16. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord Yahweh shall plead with all flesh. And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
Right.
Judgment is going to go out. Somebody get the slain of the Lord is going to be many. You know, those thermonuclear missiles, they're going to lay millions of people flat.
Right.
Yeah.
They're going to lay millions of people flat, man. We're going to see it.
If I can say, you know, look what happened to Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Yeah.
Laid it flat. That's a beautiful example.
Yep.
People fucked up.
Like I say, when you go into that word plead, it means to judge.
Yes.
So the Lord is going to judge every individual person, man.
Right.
You know, according to, if he been upholding himself according to the scriptures, the correct way or not, man. You know, because it is, like the bro was going into, it is a correct way how you supposed to uphold yourself. Not everybody who got a Bible is a righteous man or a righteous woman. You know, just because you got a Bible and you can remember a couple of precepts, now you just all holier than thou. It don't work like that, man. The Lord, the scriptures say that the Lord, basically the eyes of the Lord see of all things. Man.
Right.
You know, so there's nothing that you're getting away with. You know, for all you high and mighty, you know, who want to post scriptures all on the internet and just think that can't nobody say nothing to you.
Right.
The Lord see how you really living, man.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Which is that's an abomination.
Yeah, that's it.
God, this is 2 Corinthians, just laying back on the brother point. You got it. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 10. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of the Mashiach Yahweh Shah, that everyone may receive the things done in his body, according to that he has done, whether it be good or bad.
And this society is so feminine that there's no accountability, man. You know? That's accountability. Being held accountable, man. America has the spirit of not being held accountable, man. Ain't being accountable for actions. I can just the scripture says because of sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. You know, it is fully
Setting their heart to do wicked.
It's fully setting them to do wicked.
Yep.
You know?
And you ain't gonna be able to explain yourself to the Lord.
Right,
As
yeah.
soon as you come to somebody, you know, about something they did, you don't even finish the sentence yet. They already defending themselves.
Right.
You ain't gonna be able to defend yourself against the Lord because you already see it.
Right.
You know?
They justify.
Justify.
To justify yourself before the Lord.
Yeah.
The word justify means to make right. So you're basically saying what I did was right, and you can't tell me not to do it again. You know, per se.
Right. Damn.
Oh yeah, I was down. I just want to make a point. You see that in the courtroom too. Just man, when the judge, come up with a decision, whatever the verdict is, ain't no explaining yourself out of that decision that's already been made, man. You got to receive that judgment.
Yeah. You already had your time. Well, your judge is 9 times out of 10 a Freemason.
Right.
You know. This is real quick, the book of Sirach, chapter 10. So we wonder why all this wickedness is going on. This is Sirach 10 and verse 2. It says, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. You know, so that's self-explanatory. If the ruler is wicked, the people will lose. If the ruler is righteous, the people will lose. It's just simple. So that's why the earth is the way it is.
So Esau Edom is a wicked man. He's a vile creature. The brother read it earlier how he's profane, and there is no one on the earth that's as profane as him.
Right.
So how much more his society, his wicked kingdom, where an 8-year-old boy can decide, mommy, I want to be a girl.
Right.
And she say, you can go to the doctor right now. You know?
They don't even have to give the parents permission. That's what these wicked Edomites are doing now in California.
They can lock the parents up.
Yeah, you don't want him to cut his penis off at 8, you're going to jail. Wow. Like you Edomites, this is why you're going to slavery. This is why you're about to be destroyed by some people.
And the Lord don't like you.
Right. The Lord do not like
The
you.
Lord hates you.
Right.
That's why the Bible say, Jacob have I loved.
Esau have I hated.
That's right.
Yep.
This is back up my last piece. This is the book of Psalms 37 and verse 35. It says, I have seen the wicked in great power and spreading himself like a green bay tree. So, Esau, Job 93:4. Right. Earth is given to the hands of the wicked. He got the fatness of the earth. Yeah. What he's doing with it. Pushing nothing but evil.
Right.
Idolatry. Everything that's against God.
You got bases set up in all these countries.
Yep.
Overseas in every country.
Right.
You know, he's been like the op brought out earlier, that golden cup that's in the hands, man. With all the all the filthiness, man. It basically spread it across the whole world. You know? To the point where they had to have re-education camps in China. On how not to be a homosexual. You know?
We spoke on that last week too about how when they had the World Cup over in Qatar.
Oh yeah, they were putting people.
Yeah.
They weren't putting up with that, man.
Yeah, over there trying to spread homosexuality.
Right. They don't do that here, man. These people are bad, man. The philosophies, they found out that these are the dregs. That they've been drinking out of this cup. It's not even good juice.
Yeah.
Right.
I got some. You got okay. This Psalm chapter 23, Slocket. Psalms 28, verse 3. It says, draw me not away with the wicked and with the workers of iniquity, which speak peace to their neighbors, but mischief is in their hearts. Give them according to their deeds and according to their wickedness of their endeavors. Give them after the work of their hands, render them to their desert. So that's what the Lord is going to do. You know, the Lord is going to, the scriptures say, I keep quoting this precept about in Sirach, the 11th chapter, how it says, it's an easy thing for the Lord to reward a man according to his ways.
Right.
So whether you're righteous or whether you're wicked, it's a reward for it. You know, and the Lord is going to give it to you. You know, but you got it, bro.
I got some real quick. I went on Google and I typed in moral decay is a sign of society is falling. So like it says, moral decay of morality starts when people are unable to recognize the good from the bad, when the line between them becomes blurry, or when the bad becomes the new norm. New normal. Sorry.
That's on point.
That's what's taking place right now. That's
Right.
People don't even know whether their child should go to school or not.
Right. Right.
You know, they like, yo, should I take them to school or not?
Right.
They don't even, because it's so, they're going back to Babylon.
Right.
It's confusion, man.
Right.
You know? Yeah, the shooters.
They get to find men and women at the highest offices of the society. The Supreme Court can't define them as wild.
Look at that. That's a sign, man. And the same thing that was happening in Rome.
Yep.
In any society that fell, the same thing is happening. In Egypt, they you know, people think being a Mo is something new, man. That was happening in Egypt.
Yeah.
You know?
I got a little bit more. It says acts of lewdness, violence, racial hatred, and murder far outnumber the acts of kindness, decency, understanding, and consideration.
The love of many, wax and cold.
Right.
You know? That's a part of this society falling, man. And these people walk around like it's not happening.
Right.
You know? They walk, we just gonna walk through Atlanta. You know, this concrete jungle. We're just gonna walk through it like nothing is going on, man.
That's part of being drunk.
Right, they drunk. Woo! Right, that's what they doing.
Isaiah 5:20. Woe unto them that call evil good.
Had to come out again. Had to come out again.
That put darkness for light and light for darkness. Right. That put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Right. And in the kingdom of heaven, guess what? The righteousness is going to be at the forefront, man. You know? Because that's why the kingdom is going to last forever. Because the scripture says what? Woe unto them. This society has been in moral decay. All right? So what? The society is going to be destroyed, man. The kingdom of heaven is never going to go into moral decay. Because guess what? Judgment is going to happen. You know?
And John, like someone was asking him why he cares about drag queens doing book readings at kindergarten school right before their children. But why you care about that more than so gun control laws about letting people being able to protect themselves, right? And I get it, guns are something, it's a school, you're supposed to be able to protect yourself. But yet he's advocating for letting drag queens go and teach children. That is wild. Don't call it good for evil and evil for good. Wow.
Real quick, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 3, verse 9. The shoe of their countenance doth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom. They hide it not. Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves. Right, so these people in society, you know, they declare their sin as Sodom. They're proud of it. Right? They don't give a fuck. They don't have no
No moral respect. And that's why the Lord will come back and disrespect them.
Right.
You know, because they ain't showing no respect to the Lord.
Right.
I believe when you go into that word indignation, righteous indignation, man, the Lord has a righteous anger.
Yeah.
You know, against the world, man. You know, just by the way that it's upholding itself, man. These people, these damn devils know that they totally going off, man. Right. They know. Right. You know, even if you have a little bit of righteousness, it still don't count, man. You know, it don't count if it's not whole. You know, it's only for the elect.
That which is crooked
cannot be made straight. Yep.
This is Tobit, chapter 4, verse 13. It reads, Now therefore, my son, love thy brethren, and despise not in thy heart thy brethren, the sons and daughters of thy people, which is a commandment.
You know? And we talked about how evil is set over good. destruction happens, man.
Yep.
So you not loving your brother, you know, it's one of those commitments that needs to fall into society, man. You know? That's why the laws is pivotal, man. You know, and it was perfect. That's why the Lord came in the volume of the book. You got it, right?
Finishing off, it says, and not taking a wife with them, for in pride is destruction and much trouble, and in lewdness is decay and great want, for lewdness is the mother of famine.
Right. Because of the lewdness of this society, there's going to be a famine. People are going
Right.
to starve to death. Man.
Woo.
You
Yep.
know? This is like I said, man, not being lewd. You know, loving our brother, that's a part of that conduct, man. You know, going back to our point.
Yep.
You know, what manner of persons are we to be? You know, we're supposed to be testing these things, man.
Yep.
You know, there should be thousands of brothers out here, man, on the highways and byways, man, standing up against this, man. You know, all this evil wickedness that's going on the earth, there should be thousands of people protesting, man.
Yep.
They're literally teaching your kids and stuff, whether you wanted to or not. They're teaching your kids and stuff in the schools, man.
Yep. Like they got the evil eye toward. That's why the scripture saying, Sirach, the 12th chapter. You gotta know who your enemy is.
Right.
They got the evil eye towards us.
Right.
When your enemy standing right beside you.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know? What about how they took us as a people and fed our children to alligators?
Right.
You know? They don't want to talk about that shit. Oh, that was so long ago. Yeah, the Stockholm syndrome, man. Yeah. What about that, man? You know, hey, that's why the Lord is hardening our heart against 2/3 of our people. You know?
Yeah, he hardened our heart. Yeah. Right.
Pray not for those people. The scriptures say in Proverbs, the 4th chapter, man, if you see a group of evil men, go the other way.
Yeah.
You know, we don't care about 2/3 of our people, man. Fuck them. You know?
This is Proverbs 17 and 15. It says, he that justifieth the wicked and he that condemneth the just, even they both are
Proverbs 17 and 15.
abominations to the Lord. And our people are the face of that, man. Hey, it's just that's still brother. Yeah, that's still brother. Whoever, man. Hey, the Lord hate that, man.
Yeah. Right.
He's supposed to hate it.
Right.
You know, but hey, by you justifying it, you're an abomination, and you're gonna get that same judgment.
Yeah. Right.
Said there should be no respect.
But persons. Right.
No matter who it is.
And what our people love to say, oh, I'm with you whether you're right or
Right or wrong.
Right or wrong. That's all. If you see your brother doing something wrong, you're supposed to let him know.
Right.
If you're around a group of men and all of them, and everybody doing shit wrong as hell, you ain't gonna get nowhere in life.
Right.
That's why niggas is knocked up, dead, on the block, gay. You know, because they're not correcting themselves, man.
Right.
Where like the brother said, where it ain't no order, it's chaos.
Right.
And correction is previous to them having sick away.
Yeah.
This is Colossians chapter 3, verse 25. But he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he hath done. And there is no respect of persons.
Yeah, the Lord don't care if you are rich. Right.
Right.
Right. He don't care if you are a senator. Right. If you are a part of the royal family. Right. Hey, he don't care if you was homeless.
Right.
You know, he didn't know respect the person, man. If you claim yourself to be an Israelite, you know, Lord don't, hey, some of us going to the jail. Yeah. You know, hey, just being real.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
what's going to happen?
Yep.
You know, the Lord is not a respect the person. Right. That's why you gotta, like we said, that conduct, man.
Right.
Conduct.
Want to be made blameless.
How did you live your life, man? Being, like you said, being blameless. Those that are blameless, Lord willing, they're gonna get the mark of, you know, they are gonna get the mark of the wow.
Yep.
You know?
He said, crying loud, spirit not.
Right.
Lift up thy voice like a trumpet. And show my people they sense, man.
Yeah.
Slocky, it was a point that the elders had brought out yesterday during the lesson. I just wanted to kind of expound on it, you know what I'm saying? And the point was, don't be possessed by your possession. So, you know, we were talking about how the fashions of this life is going to pass away, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's leaving, man. You know, whether that be your job, you know, we already know that the MOTB is on the way.
On the way.
You know? So you're going to have to give up.
With no delay.
A lot of things, man. You're going to have to give up some of this.
Yeah.
You know? Matthew 19:27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And Yahushua said unto them, Verily, I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Right? This is the reward. Right? And the Lord is what? He's hardening our heart against Babylon. Right?
Yeah.
You know, so we don't have a reason to cherish the things that are in this life. You know? You don't have a reason not to want this place to end. Man.
Right.
When your children can be subject to wickedness.
Right.
You know? So when your the assurance of your life is not guaranteed.
Right.
You know? We're going into a time where, you know, if you want to go get a loaf of bread from the grocery store, you're going to have to bow down.
Yeah.
You're going to have to basically sell your soul, man.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So the Lord is making it so what you have a reward on this side, you know, and you know, on this side here, you know, it's basically nothing but death, man.
Yeah.
You know?
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 18. You know, landing back on you spoke about the possession. 2 Corinthians 4:18. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen.
Right.
The things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal.
See?
Yeah, you can't see the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
You know, it's really impossible. You can try, you know, but you really can't imagine something you never experienced.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we can only, you know, the scripture says eyes have not seen.
Right.
You know, so we don't know what the kingdom of heaven is like, man. But we know what wickedness is like.
Yeah.
You know, we know what Esau society is like. You know, because we live in this hell, man. Like you said, you gotta live with people on top of you. You gotta go to work with your enemy. Your woman is a demon.
Yeah.
You know, this is not living, man.
This ain't living, man.
You know?
Dang.
Wait, I bring this out. I looked at the Greek word for temporal. It's prostelos, which means for a season, enduring only for a while, temporary.
Yep. Right. Right.
That's what Solomon said. Solomon said he wasn't even pleased. He was vexed, man. He was annoyed. You know?
Yeah.
And he had everything he wanted. Everything. Yeah, he literally had everything. He couldn't ask for nothing else. You know, and he was annoyed.
Yeah, he was annoyed.
It's like, come on, bro. Why would we want this place to continue forever, man?
Right, exactly.
It's nothing here to please us. Yeah. Only thing we got here right now is brothers.
That's
Brothers,
it.
man.
Right.
That's it. Word.
I got another word. I looked at the root word, which is kairos, which means due time, a measure of time, a fixed and definite time, the time when things are brought to crisis.
That reminds me of the verse in Job that says what? His months are determined.
Right.
His times are set.
And the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment.
And look at all these celebrities and entertainers. You know, that was at the peak of their career. They just hit rock bottom.
R. Kelly.
They ain't R. Kelly, Bill Cosby. Them niggas ain't think that they was gonna be that low in their lifetime. That was up. They had millions of dollars. Real estate, cars, women, jewelry, anything that they could ask for, they had. And look at the niggas now. Because it's all temporary.
It's
man.
temporary, yeah.
The giftfulness of prosperity.
Yeah.
Time of calamity.
Yeah.
Vice versa,
Yeah.
you know?
Yep.
When you it's nothing here. Oh, brothers who watch that show Snowfall. You know, Franklin. You know, it's like that's a perfect example, man.
Oh, I
Matthew 6 and 19. They knock up for themselves treasures upon earth, where mouth is rough, and where thieves break through the steel. And there's no riches that you can obtain on this side that's going to measure up to what the kingdom of heaven is like.
Exactly.
You know? Nothing, man. You know, hey, you're supposed to be laying up for yourself spiritual things, man. You know, hey, we putting those spiritual shekels in the bank account to cash them in, man.
Exactly.
At the time of trouble, you're going to need it. You're going to need faith.
Right.
You know, you're going to need patience.
Right.
When the time to come, man.
Right.
You know, you're going to need all these
Fruit. Yep. Fruits of the spirit.
the fruits of the spirit.
You're gonna need charity.
Charity. You know.
Mercy.
Mercy. You're going to need these things to make it through Jacob's trouble, man.
Right.
To get on that chariot, you can. You know, it's like you said, that golden ticket, man.
Right.
You got to have it, man. Let's sit on that.
This is Luke 17 and verse 32. It says, remember Lot's wife.
Right. Not looking back, man.
Right.
You don't have a reason to look back, man. This society is over with, man. There's nothing to look back to, man.
Right.
You looking back at this place, you're looking at the thermonuclear fire.
Right.
That's it.
Set your affection on things above.
Right.
It says, Luke 17:33, whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it.
That's it, man. You had that happen on a mass scale already.
Right.
And the Lord was trial, man. When you trial, man, you know, the Lord did, because, hey, people that took the jab, you still got time. The door of mercy is open to you, you know, and the Lord is about to bring another trial, man. You know, and this time we need to do something different. You know, we need to trust in the Lord. We need to repent. You know, hey, because that time of you know, trying to save your life, you know, it's coming again, man. You know, and brothers always say this, man. What you're not willing to sacrifice will become your sacrifice. You know,
28 might get us to
you gotta be willing to give it all up, man. That goes
It's
for
525. It might get us to
wife,
45.
mama, daddy. You know,
Wrap
you
it.
gotta be
You
willing,
know what I'm
man.
saying? Something like that.
Or the
Just
Lord
die.
will do those
We
things.
started before here,
I
bro.
know. We're going for a minute. We're going for a minute.
Yeah, we started like 2:30.
This.
It's 16. 3 by 3 hours, 180 hours.
This is the book of Psalms 49
3 hours.
in verse 16. It says, be not thou afraid when one is made rich, when the glory of his house is increased. For when he dieth, he shall carry nothing away.
And that's what Solomon said. He said all his vanity and vexation of spirit. Like you said, he had everything he wanted. Man, he had all the wisdom. He was and he said, when I die, I'm gonna give this to someone. And who's to say that my son is gonna be profitable, man? You know? And he wasn't.
Might make it to see. Might scarce.
So we're looking forward to an everlasting kingdom, man. Yeah. You know, something that ain't gonna end. It's because it's built on righteousness. Exactly. The foundation of it is built the right way. You know, it ain't like this curve right here is sinking down. No, it's built the wrong way.
Yeah. Oh, that's why the scripture say in 1 Corinthians 3, take heed to how you build. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They win, it's gonna blow it over.
Yep. Yeah.
This is Luke chapter 14, verse 25. And there went great multitudes with him, and he turned and said unto them, if any man come to me and not hate his father or mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. And ultimately, you want to take up that cross and bear everything you got to go through and endure for my shout's sake, man, because your family can be a downfall. Scripture say, rough paraphrase, let go of that weak nature. Yeah. You know, because when that electronic tag become mandatory, hey,
you're going to see who really, sincerely love the Lord.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're supposed to understand death as a man of the Lord. You're supposed to understand that death is not the end all be all. So, by knowing that, you should have no problem letting those things go, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get them back. Like Peter asked Yahweh Shah, what shall we receive for letting these things go? He said,
this is Romans 12:1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is a reasonable service.
Giving the Lord your time, it's really the only thing you can do. The scripture says we are filthy rags, so all of our righteousness is not really, it ain't going to count for the sins that we have done, but what? We making our bodies a living sacrifice, trying, putting forth that effort, to the best of our, that's right, rehearsing the righteous acts, man, doing what the Lord asked of us, man, and it's reasonable. The Lord didn't ask us to jump off a building,
Right.
He didn't ask us, to curse, to be perfect.
Yeah, do stuff outrageous.
Yeah, to scale a wall or something. No, man, this is reasonable.
Yep.
There's no reason, like I said, there's no reason why there's not 1,000 men out here, man. With all that's going on in this society, people don't fear the Lord.
Yeah.
So it's the day to know.
Yeah.
In the day to know.
Oh, well, we see, me and the brother Shamak always make the point how everybody, when 2020 hit, everybody became spiritual.
Right.
We at the end. Right. God, World War III. Right. God is coming back. Right. But now look at him.
The Lord let up a little bit.
Yep.
Right. Get it right back up.
Right back up.
Mm-hmm.
Right back up. They never learn.
Yep. Never learn. That's why the scripture says, fear not the incredulity of them.
They don't believe.
They're going to know death by pain, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
A lot of times, that's the only thing people understand. It's pain.
It's pain.
Like that, pain is the greatest teachers.
Hosea 5:15, man. Heavenly Father turned away till they acknowledge their offense.
Mm-hmm.
And that day they will seek him early.
Yeah.
And their offenses.
Yeah, everybody in the time of calamity, Lord, please.
Yeah.
They got that little Boosie spirit, right?
Yeah.
This nigga little Boosie was in jail.
That's all.
That's spiritual.
Yeah, see?
I got a quote real quick. This quote is by James Gardner. It says, learning is a gift, even if pain is the teacher.
That's a spirit. That's a spirit.
Read it again.
This is a quote by James Gardner. It says, learning is a gift, even if pain is the teacher.
Right.
You can't knock
that's right, man. That was a sign, man.
Hey, I said the angel probably smoking.
That's a spiritual confirmation. Yeah, it ain't probably in the head scarf. Yeah. Spiritual confirmation. There's no coincidence in the spirit.
That's right.
That's crazy.
That's really the. Hey, America ain't gonna get back up, though.
Right.
Things that's coming to this place, it ain't getting back up, man.
Yeah.
And like you said, man, these people are gonna know death by pain. Right. Brothers got anything else?
This is Judges 10:14. Go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen.
Woo.
Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. We're coming into a time where if you don't know the name of Yahweh Shah, right, the name in which shall bring salvation,
Right.
all right, then you through, man. The Lord said, you go cry unto Allah, go cry unto Buddha, go cry unto Jesus Christ, go cry unto these different deities that you believe in, to save you out of the calamity that's coming, man.
Yeah.
This is Jeremiah chapter 11, verse 13. For according to the number of thy cities were thy gods, O Judah, and according to the number of the streets of Jerusalem have ye set up altars to that shameful thing. even altars to burn incense unto Baal. Verse 14. Therefore pray not thou for this people, neither lift up a cry or pray for them, for I will not hear them in the time that they cry unto me for their trouble.
Yeah, the world is waxing cold, and the Lord is making the Lord cold toward the world. You know, not even lamenting over people who are living in sin, man, who are living in wickedness, who have made their choice. You know, as the saying goes, you made your bed, lay in it. You know, so this is America, Babylon the Great, and you know, 2/3 of our people, this is their bed, man.
Yeah, that's it.
I got a precept. It's the book of Judges, chapter 10, verse 13. It says, yet ye have forsaken me and served other gods. Wherefore I will deliver you no more. Go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen. Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation. Right. So, the Lord made it very clear. You want to worship these other gods? When your tribulation comes, when martial arts in the streets, you know what I'm saying? When people in these concentration camps, suffering, get tortured to death, crying to Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Crying to Allah.
Yeah.
Crying to these gods that you believe.
Hey, because the Lord ain't going to hear him. Oh, the scripture say, what was that? Matthew? Everybody say, Lord, Lord, shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. So these people going to be trying to, what was that name? Yahweh? Yeshua?
Right.
You know, they ain't going to be able to quote the name because they never considered, like the scriptures say. Even those Israelites, they say Yahushua. Yeah. Yeah.
But then when it's time to teach the people, they saying Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So that's to show you, man. It's not you can't be double-minded, man. It's gonna be judgment for that because you are held accountable. You are accountable for the sheep. You know, people actually listen. A lot of views taking heed to those things.
And actually, for blood comes.
Yeah.
On one name.
One name.
People like everybody must be saved.
Exactly. That's it, man. You get that second Esdras 13.
This is second Esdras, chapter 13. Salakia, chapter 14, verse 13. Now therefore set thy house in order, and reprove thy people. Comfort.
And before we can reprove our people, man, well, we got to get our own spirit in order, and that comes through repentance. You know, like the brothers been harping on, doing the righteous acts of the Lord to the best of our ability, man. All right, and the Lord's gonna remember our works. You know, because we know at the end all be all, this thing is going. Hey, what we doing now, all right, and it's going to count at the end. We know that's throwing our treasures up in heaven.
Our labor is not in vain. All the scriptures say our labor not in vain.
Our labor is not in vain, man.
Yeah.
Of course, everybody driving by, walking by, think we're wasting our time. They literally think we're wasting our time, man. But we know through faith that we're not. And that they're wasting their time. It's a fucking reverse psychology.
Yeah.
You know?
Trick bag.
Yeah, it's a trick bag.
Yeah.
The Lord got these people in a fucking trick bag, man.
Yeah.
They looking at us as bums, and we looking at them as bums.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
They look at us crazy, we look at them.
We looking at
Yeah.
them crazy. You know? And it's only one of us that can be right.
You're right.
Yeah.
What the scripture says, make our head harder.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yep. So that, like the brothers been harping on that spirit, man. We're purely focused on the Lord, Yahweh by Shah.
Yeah.
All right, and if you don't serve the Lord, man, hey, it's the hell with you. You know?
Yeah.
You got it.
That's right.
Let's start they that keep my ways.
Mhm.
Hearing instruction and refusing not.
Yep.
A lot of people been refusing this. The apostles and elders been out there, man.
Oh man. Yeah.
They've been stopping years. They've been stopping and knocking for years.
Yeah. So if you come to us with that spirit of saving niggas, you ain't with us, man. We're not in the spirit of saving niggas, man. Yeah. Right.
That's the reason why we not in the projects in the ghetto. We're only here for the sincere believers, man, the elect, the remnant, those that are predestined and preordained to receive the truth. That's who the prophets are here for. That's who the men of the Lord are out here for, man. We're not out here for everybody to agree. We know this word is not for everybody, man. You know,
Scripture says wisdom is too high for a fool.
Wisdom
That's
is too
it.
high for a fool, man. Right. Proverbs 24. Yep.
Hebrews chapter 6, verse 9. But beloved, we are persuaded better things of you, and things that accompany salvation, though we thus speak.
Like the brothers we are harping on, one of the top most important things to understand is the name of the Lord. Yahweh being the Heavenly Father's true name, and His only begotten Son's true name being Yahweh Shah. Yahweh meaning He exists, All right, and how he saves, he delivers, man. Understanding that itself, all right, will help you be delivered in these last days, man.
That's right.
All right, we speaking things that will bring forth salvation, not just things. Oh, it's just good to know. It's a good fact. It's a fun fact. You know, these are things that are going to bring forth deliverance out of this hellhole, out of this trouble. All right, out of a near-death situation. You know, because the scripture speak about it, as I always like to bring out, scarcely be saved, man. Almost not make it. You know, that's barely making it out these times. You know.
That's why that's why you shouldn't be proud. Yeah, they should have a lofty type spirit. How about Shah about to come back and humble everybody who's proud of high-minded type spirit.
That's right.
Say in the scriptures, why is ashes?
Earth and ashes proud.
Earth and ashes proud.
Yeah.
Ashes, man.
Low.
Low, very low. You know, nothing, stupid, but proud. That's our people, man.
That's our people, man.
We are low. We don't have no military. We don't have a nation. All right.
We barely got a house.
We don't got nothing.
I always like to make mention when Jake came by in that wheelchair. Where was we at? Oh, we was on at the top, man, at the main street. Jake came by. The dude was pushing him in the wheelchair. The guy who was pushing him was trying to hear the word. The nigga in the wheelchair just started rolling himself. Like, nigga, you can't even walk, but you don't want to hear the word. You know, that's being proud. You know.
Hey, that's the condition of our people.
I got to play something real quick. Speaking about the name of the Lord, this is the book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 32. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of Yahweh shall be delivered. For in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance, as Yahweh has said, and in the remnant whom Yahweh shall call. So that's good. Ain't it simple?
Yeah.
Call on the name of the Lord. The scripture says the name of the Lord is a strong tower. Right? The name is the foundation. Without the name, you don't got nothing, man.
Yeah.
Because the first thing, what did the Lord give to Moses? His name.
Right.
His name.
It's important.
His name.
It's important, man. It's deadly important, man. Deadly serious.
And then it's like with Mary. What did the angel tell Mary? He told Mary what the angel named Yahushua. Right. Mary didn't name Yahushua.
Yeah, amen.
Joseph didn't name Yahushua. Right. The angel at the coming with dealing with Mary, he named Yahushua his name.
Yeah.
John was named. Yep. The angel's named John as well. Yeah.
Who hath ascended up into heaven, or descended? Who hath gathered the wind in his fist? Who hath bound the waters in a garment?
That's a great precept, because you can't say, oh, it's not important. They were asking those same questions. Man.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
They asked the same question.
Yeah.
You can read that.
Proverbs 13:4. Who hath ascended up into heaven, or descended? Who hath gathered the wind in his fist?
If people gonna ask the same question, we speak upon the chariots, we speak upon the Lord returning. They're like, who the hell this gonna be? Yeah. You know, we said the name Yahweh shot.
Yep.
And the Heavenly Father's bringing him, ordaining him to come.
Boldly. Yep.
Boldly. We saying these things boldly, man. Week in and week out. All right, we ain't out here with straps, you know, ready to aim back at. No, man, we out here saying it boldly, man, to defend the gospel. You know.
Who hath bound the waters in a garment? Who hath established all the ends of the earth? What is his name? And what is his son's name, if thou canst tell?
Yeah, and we can tell through the Holy Spirit, man, through the confidence. We're able to let the people know who's in full control, who's the creator of all things, man.
Yeah, this is Proverbs 30:4 NLT. It says, who but God goes up to heaven and comes back down? Who holds the wind in his fist? Who wraps up the oceans in his cloak? Who has created the whole wide world? What is his name and what is his son's name? Tell me if you know.
Tell me if you know, man. So this is a mystery. This is a secret to the world. We mentioned Yahweh Bashim Yahshua. These people act like we ain't saying shit. Yeah, right. That's a whole nother. It's the Hebrew tongues, a whole other language. Yeah. All right, but they can't get with that tune. Yeah, this is a new song, man. That's why it's a blessing to receive it.
Right.
And we're trying to hold, and that's why the scripture said, hold fast. Hold fast without hands. We have the truth. We have the Holy Spirit. You got the name of the Lord. You got the keys. You got the keys to the kingdom of heaven.
That's right.
The kingdom of heaven is within you.
Yeah.
We just gotta hold on to it.
And that show you that they two different beings. You know, because it says, what is thy name? What is thy son's name? You see? That's a cut. That Jesus is Lord shit, that's not it. Yeah.
Yeah, I had that real quick, Baruch, for you. This is Baruch, chapter 2, verse 31. It shall know that I am the Lord, their power, for I will give them a heart and ears to hear, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name.
See? That's proof that we're going to have the name, man. That's a cut. That's a cut to those Israelites.
Yeah.
All right, they're saying that we won't know the name until we deliver. That's not, how could that be? That's hypocritical. We need the name to even be delivered.
Yeah.
And we're going to know the name in our captivity and our slavery.
That's right.
All right, so that's a cut. So that's the proof that we're going to know the name right now.
That's right.
Yeah, there's more.
No, that was it.
That's the point. You got it, guys.
Real quick, this is the book of Deuteronomy 12:10. It says, but when ye go over Jordan and dwell in the land which your power giveth you to inherit, and when he give you rest from all your enemies round about, so that ye dwell in safety. And I wanted to bring that out because in the name of Yahweh, we have a sense of refuge. The scripture says the Lord is a refuge for the oppressed, man. And we are the oppressed. And so with that name comes a sense of safety, security, refuge. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Right. That's it. Because we're going to feel secure calling upon that name during the time of famine, during the time of all-out total chaos and destruction, martial law. All right, violence upon the streets. We're going to be calling upon the name of the Lord, man.
Yeah.
What else we going to be doing? You know?
This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 14, verse 14. Let go from these mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man.
Yeah, and the brothers been harping on those particular points, man. The way this society, the way these people go about their life, their behavior, their conduct. All right, go ahead.
Good. Continuing on. Put off now the weak nature, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times.
Yeah, put off. Therefore, the weak nature, brother. I mean, you read Luke 14.
Yeah.
You know, about if you cannot be the disciple of Yahweh Shai unless you hate thy own life, man.
Yeah.
And hate the father, the mother, the
Yeah.
family member.
Yeah.
Which truly goes to the Greek word Messiah. All right, which goes into
Love
less,
less.
man.
Yeah.
All right, because the Lord comes first. Doing the work of the Lord comes first, man. Everything else revolves around the work of the Lord.
Yeah.
All right, you gotta work. If you gotta work during the time of camp, you gotta do it before or after.
Yeah.
That's how it's set up, man.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. It was
Yeah.
good,
2nd Esdras, chapter 14, verse 16. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter.
So yeah, right now we getting our mind right, man. Week in and week out, we reiterating these points to perfect our own mind, man. All right, meditating terror. All right, meditate upon Jacob's trouble, the economy collapsing, World War III. All right, and aligning the scriptures with these current events. All right, because we what? We read that verse 16.
Good. We're reading it, 2nd Esdras, chapter 14, verse 16. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter.
And so time's about to get worse, man. All right, the dollar is going to collapse. World War III is actually going to happen. Well, America is actually going to be destroyed by nuclear missiles. All right, the things that we speak upon are going to happen. All right, they're in the Bible, and the Lord has set up His prophets to proclaim these things before they happen. You got it. It's a little more.
This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 14, verse 17. For look how much the world shall be weaker through age. So much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein.
The evils, these dangerous times that we speak upon, the famines, the deadly diseases and sicknesses. All right, the earthquakes in diverse places, natural disasters.
Yeah.
The new created creatures, the animals, Leviathan. All right, these things about to be escalated to new heights, man.
Yeah.
All right, and we're preparing our spirit now. We're setting our house in order right now. All right, because it's going to come a time, and that day is going to turn into night. where no man can work.
That's
man.
right.
There will be a time you want to do the Lord's bidding.
Yep. It said the world is going to become weaker in age. You know, like, what's that? Sirach, the 10th chapter, it speaks about the Lord setting one up that's profitable.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Because if somebody unprofitable in due time, you got to get them up out of there. You know, Esau. The Lord is getting them up out of there because during your society, during your kingdom, the world has become weaker, man. You know? So the Lord is going to snatch the power from you and set one up that is profitable, man.
Esau understands his own spirit. Esau understands his own spirit that he's on his deathbed. That's what because he knows he had but a short time.
Yeah.
That's why he's going to hurry up and try to escalate that new world order, that agenda, his plan of implementing that tiny technology into the human bodies. That's what he want to do. He want full control over the masses of the people. And whoever, exactly. He wants to be the omnipotent. He wants to be the all-powerful God.
Yeah.
Right? Which is not going to be the case.
Yeah.
I got something. This is book one. Landing back on the name. Ezekiel 39:7. So will I make my holy name known in the midst of my people Israel.
And he's going to make that name known, man, by judgment. He set up the prophet. He's like, my men told y'all I was going to do this, but you people didn't listen.
Yeah.
So it's going to magnify his name even more. They were proclaiming the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. They were told that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is going to do this because you don't hear the name Jesus Christ doing these things.
Right.
All right?
Yeah.
Then people going to know. People going to be like, damn, it's going to be made manifest. It's going to be made very clear and obvious.
Just like with Pharaoh. Just like with Pharaoh.
Yeah. Just like Pharaoh.
Yeah.
He found out the hard way. He had to see it.
Yeah.
Ezekiel 39:7. So will I make my holy name known in the midst of my people Israel.
Right.
I will not let them pollute my holy name anymore.
Hey, that's it. For you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, the Lord not going to let you pollute the name anymore. He's about to bring death. He's about to bring pain. He's about to bring sorrow. Great mournings upon the masses, man. That's why it's known as Jacob's trouble. This has to do with the Israelites, man. The heathen, they're going to continue their punishment. They're about to go into slavery.
That's right.
You know, they're about to be subject to the Israelites. This has to do with you, for the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, the 12 tribes of Israel. You know, the Lord only get this one last time to kick your ass, man, before he have to, go back to his promise. He promised the kingdom of heaven for us. You know.
A little bit more. It says, and the heathen shall know that I am Yahweh, the Holy One in Israel.
Yeah, the heathen gonna recognize it, man. They're gonna have no choice. Everything is gonna bow. They're gonna see the elect being delivered coming from the 12 tribes of Israel. They're gonna see these things, man. That's right. And they're gonna realize like, damn, these are God's chosen people.
Yeah.
Then shall they be known who are my chosen.
That's
and
it.
they're gonna know that during Jacob's trouble as well, because what spiritual power?
Yeah.
All right, healings, miracles.
Oh, Isaiah 13. He said he gonna make a man more precious than fine gold.
Right.
So these people gonna know who the men of the Lord are, right, just on the on our countenance, man.
A man more precious. That's a man of the Lord.
Yeah.
That's a righteous seed, man. A righteous spirit. You know, not just a regular man. No, that's a man of the Lord, man.
This is 2 Esdras 2:27. Be not weary, for when the day of trouble in heaven is coming, others shall weep and be sorrowful.
And it's what we prepare our spirit for, man. Be not weary, be not weak, doubtful. All right, well, we hearing these things now. We hearing about the dollar collapse. We hearing about the Fed now app. All right, getting rid of cash. All right.
When the day of trouble in heaven is coming, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance.
Right, these people hear World War III, these people hear food shortages. We like, hell yeah, prophecy about to be fulfilled. They're like, bro, hell no. That is opposite, man. But we understand what's up next after. That's the big thing. These people have no vision. These people they don't have faith. They don't have hope. We believe in eternal life, living forever, meeting Yahweh Shah, being living in a chariot, watching destruction overpass. We believe in these things, man.
Well, their hope is in America. Right, their hope is in America.
Right.
You know?
Their hope is in America, man. So they're like, hell no, bro. They're going to weep and be sorrowful.
Yeah. That's what they like to say. Oh, I wish another one of them countries would try to shoot a bomb over here.
Right. We going now like that.
Yeah, all right. We gonna see.
We know what the scriptures say. We know what the Lord is doing.
Yeah.
weak sounds strong.
Yeah.
We sound strong, and they're saying it now. Hey, these nations saying it right now. Through dropping the note.
Yeah.
That's a war, man. That's war.
Yeah.
This is 2 Exodus 2:28. The heathen shall envy thee, but they shall not be able to do nothing against thee, said the Lord.
Hey, cause this is all the Lord's will. Ain't no stopping this right here, man. Ain't no stopping it. The elect from waking up. The Israelites are going into power. There's no stopping it, man. The Lord is orchestrating this whole thing to happen. All right, that's why the heathen gonna envy. They're gonna envy us. They envy us now already, and we're low. They envy us now. You know, and how much more so when that power, all right, is given to us, man. Our true inheritance. It's going to be brought to new measures, man.
Yeah.
This is Proverbs 22:3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. Yeah, man. He was talking about, the foresight, man. Basically seeing these things before they can happen. That's a gift from the Lord. Being able to see those things and doing what? Hiding yourself, man. And how do you do that? This word, man.
Right. That's it.
Yeah.
This is the book of Isaiah 48:3. I have declared the former things from the beginning, and they went forth out of my mouth, and I shewed them. I did them suddenly, and they came to pass. So the point is, he declared everything from the beginning. The Lord already, it's already predestined what's gonna happen.
Yep,
So it ain't like you was saying, you can't stop it, man.
Right. You can't stop it. Revelation 3:10, we'll close out after this.
Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience.
Yeah, for those that believe, the true believers, the true worshipers, keeping the word of his patience, man, doing the work, man, keeping the faith no matter what. Right?
I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation.
Hey, that's the Lord being in full control. He's going to easily put the spirit on us to endure. We just have to be meat for the master's use.
That's right.
We have to be usable.
Yeah.
We have to put forth the effort to be used in that day. The Lord gonna do it, man. The Lord like, hey, you've been doing the work this whole time. You've been going to camp week in and week out this whole time. All right? He's going to use us. He's not going to forget these things, man. Our labor is not in vain.
Which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
Yep, that temptation is going to come upon all the world, man. But it's going to put the spirit on the elect, all right, to maintain our integrity until the end, all right? Oh, what? Mainly from that MOTB, mainly from that CHIP.
Yeah.
That tiny technology that's going to be worldwide, right? Because the steps are being taken now. They're getting rid of cash.
Yeah.
They're taking these steps. They're doing everything through artificial intelligence technology. And this is all for a reason. It's all to fulfill Bible prophecy.
That's right.
Behold, I come quickly.
And what's up next right after this, the fulfillment of this prophecy? Deliverance, man. All right, because simultaneously after this is the major last prophecy. Yeah. That tiny that implant, that technology, they're in World War III. Right. So simultaneously while those missiles are shot, we're looking to be delivered up, man.
That's right.
All right, that's the order of things. That's the order of these last major prophecies.
Look up for your redemption draweth nigh.
Look up for our redemption draweth nigh.
Yep.
Got it?
Behold, I come quickly. Hold fast that which thou hast. Let no man take thy crown.
That's exactly what Esau Edom is looking to do. Come after the Israelites. Come after those that have been chanting down this place spiritually.
See, that's the spirit, bro. Because like the brother said, like y'all brothers were saying, everything is already written. So when these things happen with the wisdom and knowledge that we have, we're going to be poised in that time. We're going to be under control. We're like, all right, now that's here. This is about to happen. All right, now we see the missiles. A man and the Lord going to be doing what when the missiles coming? Looking up, praying to the Lord. Everybody else is like, what are we going to do? What? Because they don't know that they don't got the understanding.
They're going back to the school system, the book over their head.
Yeah, they're trying to run for covering. Ain't no covering up. It's too late.
Then shall it be known who
am I chosen?
Then shall it be known, man.
They're not even going to get a chance to like, oh, you were chosen. They're not going to even say that to us.
Right. They're going to realize, like, oh, shit. That's it.
They going to see us in the kingdom. That's why it goes into them being shameful. Everlasting shameful, man.
They're amazed at the strangeness of
Of that salvation, yeah.
Yeah, it's coming, and we're close. We're close to the scriptures we're reading about. We're close, man. All right, so with that, Lord willing, this count was edifying and also encouraging. We end up giving all the glory, infinite praises unto
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakakodash.
All right, double honor to the apostles, elders, the great millstone, and Shalom.
Shalom.